right.
Highway.
Y'all know what this is.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to tonight's Saturday Night Antics, bro. It is the late night. The night owls are out in full force. It's draft season. I mean, it never ends, right, Danny? I mean, we go to sleep, wake up, draft. That's all it is.
365, 24/7.
24/7, bro. I mean, we were talking earlier today, and here we are again now, talking draft again. It doesn't get old for all the draft heads that are out there. So welcome, everybody, the billions watching around the world and watching live and on the replay. We do appreciate you guys. Hit that like button. Danny, we got a good show tonight, man. We did Mock Draft Insanity 3.0 a couple weeks ago, and it's back. We're going to do 4.0 today. But today we're going to open up the show with this question and the discussion here that the Cowboys Nation is kind of, talking about, right, Danny? And that is Caleb Downs, Ohio State safety, or Jermod McCoy, the Tennessee cornerback. They're both thought to possibly be there at 12. I think they will both be there.
Yeah.
And I personally, myself, I think the Cowboys would pass on Caleb Downs and maybe would consider Jermod McCoy. But if you had a pick of the two, they're both injured. They both have knee concerns. Which one would you take if you had to take one of these two? Who would it be?
If I was like the scene with the guy with the blindfold with the cigarette in his mouth, and he's at the execution with the gun up to his head, I would have to go with the corner because safety goes all 7 rounds into the undrafted free agent even area, where the corner class is nowhere near as deep as the safety class. It's a below average corner year, in my opinion. So if those were my only two choices, I'm going with the corner over Caleb Downs, who I think is very overrated, very, very overrated, very.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy that we've been talking about this for a while. That I've been saying that if somebody's going to fall in this draft, I mean, people are kind of thinking maybe Bain with the arms, but to me, it's going to be Caleb Downs could have a free fall into the 20s. I still think maybe he gets drafted in the first, but I wouldn't even be surprised if he doesn't. But definitely, I think he's going to fall significantly, and people are going to be, oh my God, he's falling. What's happening? What's happening is he's not fully, a NFL prototypical safety. I mean, you know what I mean, Danny?
In the last 2 years, I've missed one of his games, and that was in 2025 versus Grambling. Every other game I've watched, his best game was probably against Miami in the playoffs. And his highlight of that was hitting a 17-year-old true freshman. I didn't see an impact. I didn't. There's not any games that I watched, and I'm like, bro, this guy's a monster. This guy made a difference. And he's surrounded by stars everywhere on that team. I just average size. Now the knee condition, he has to cover, the entire football field. This is not like a guard or a tackle with a degenerative knee issue. This is a skill position. So that knee, if it is like they say it is, it's going to wear out a million times faster. Now you get the average size, above average safety draft. I think he was my fourth. I dropped like 27 safeties earlier. I think he's my fourth ranked safety. I don't see it. I just don't. I don't.
Yeah. I think fans should be ready. I mean, there's a lot of fans that had just been stuck on him. They're even, getting their hands warm, like, oh, he's gonna follow us and we're gonna get him at 12. I see the scenario where he's there at 12, and you're gonna have people recording themselves disappointed, like, what the hell? Who, you know what I mean? Like, he's gonna fall, and what's gonna be funny? He's gonna be there at 20, and they're gonna pass again. That'll be. I mean, that'll just be crazy, right? Like, I mean, it could happen. But I'm with you. I think it will be Jermod McCoy. But here's the crazy thing about that, though, is that he hasn't played in 2 years. So how big is that pro day going to be for him, Danny? Like, okay, let's say that he comes out and doesn't look that good in the pro day. Like, then what? Is he like a second or third rounder for you, or what are you thinking?
He does a bad pro day. Now, we're talking the Cowboys, who have a history of drafting defensive players that are hurt. He's off my board at that point. It doesn't matter what you did 2 years ago on tape. I equate years in football to dog years. Each year in college football or NFL football, that's like 7 years in like normal life with injuries and everything. He bombs his pro day, I take him completely off the board. I'm not taking that risk. We got 2 hurt corners already. Bland's banged up, Ravel's still banged up. Oh, but he's gonna be fine. And he had a setback, and then he played, and then then not. He looks horrendous.
Yeah, he did. It looked like what I thought it was gonna be. Honestly, I was like, dude, I didn't want it, but hopefully Ravel gets resurrected here under Parker. Being a DB kind of guru type of dude. But yeah, man, I'm thinking that he has to have a good pro day to even consider him. But I mean, right now, on my board, I don't even have him on my board. Like, I don't want injured players. Like, I'm not into taking Caleb Downs. I'm not into taking Jermod McCoy. That's just me. You know what I mean?
Oh, I agree.
We don't have time to wait anymore. I mean, if they want to, reopen the window, you can't have these kinds of players. You need starters that are going to give an impact and be part of the run, if there is one.
That's where Jerry kills us, because the only general manager that drafts injured players is one that never has a fear of being fired. We've seen this, the Bruce Carters, the Jalen Smiths, I'm trying to, like, over and over and over. And Sean Lee, listen, let's be honest, Sean Lee's healthy. He never gets to us. He's gone. He's a top 15 pick. Sean Lee's healthy. And then he was with us, but for as much as he was with us, he was away from us because he was made of glass, so, and then continued hurt player after hurt player after hurt player.
They do. The guys that get hurt, I mean, they stay like that. I mean, we're dealing now with Overshown right now, right?
Yeah, well, 3 knee injuries 3 knee surgeries will do that to you. And then when you have the guys that are like, oh, don't worry, it's just a cleanup. Overshown's scars are not even 100% healed. And last year, let's be honest, he looked like a shell of himself. But can you blame him? He had 3 surgeries. He had 3 knee surgeries. And now, how about like that 10% chance he has a good year? Are you going to pay a guy that's been hit with an injury history like that You're going to give him an $80 million contract? I mean, I wouldn't.
But you know who would?
Jerry.
Jerry. The common denominator here. We got common denominators that are holding this team back. Will McClay, poor defensive drafts, proven. It's out there on paper. You can't deny it. Those that deny it, they want to deny it because they don't want to. They don't want to believe it. They want to point fingers somewhere else. You know what I mean? But the history is there. He's part of it. He builds the boards. Oh no, it's the coach. It's not him, dude. He's the common denominator building these boards. So this has to be it. If he has another poor defensive draft, they have to consider getting him the hell out of here, bro. You can't have 2 first-round picks and muff this up. You know what I mean?
It scares me that I have nightmares about this. I truly do. I've had like two nightmares about these picks already. That they bombed them. And then one was, I saw one of them was a running back and a tight end. I have a fear of a tight end at 20, and not even a good one it was. But like I said, I mean, it doesn't matter who we draft. As long as it's not an offensive lineman, the fan base is going to go crazy. But yeah, we're going to Super Bowl. No, I mean, it just doesn't make sense. Everything doesn't make sense. I mean, it just doesn't. Listen, if they're serious about wanting to go to a 3-4 defense, you got to draft the 2 best linebackers on the board in the first round. If you're serious.
It's I feel like it's got to be. You definitely have to. I think both picks would have to be defense, front 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're saying, I think you got to get an edge rush, and maybe a legit 5 tech, kind of like they did when they got Ware and they got Spears, right? Like that type of combination. But I don't know. I mean, I think they could pull that off, but we're not drafting high when we got Ware. We're at 12. You know what I mean? Like
it was 12. Like Spears was like 18 or 20. And you know what the messed up part was? Parcells wanted Spears over Ware. Parcells had one good draft, and I got a list this long of all the busts he took. Oh my God, man.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they attack this draft here. Will McClay, does he have the overriding power over Christian Parker, first-year coach here? I think he will. I'm going to have that overriding power.
Do you think, though, they give Will McClay the 100% of making the board with no input to it, or no? Like, do you think he's really the one?
No, I mean, he gets the input from the scouts, right? But then and this is the part where they try to cover for each other, right? It's collaborative. Come on, man. Stop with the bull crap. Stop the hiding, the freaking Wizard of Oz behind the curtain. You know what I mean? It's I mean, these drafts defensively have been terrible, bro. Like that's the common denominator. You know what I mean?
You notice I took a lot of heat for it, but when Dan Quinn was here, I think he had the stroke in the draft room over Big Mike. And look at all the busts that the great Dan Quinn drafted. And out of everyone that Quinn drafted, who's left on his team? Bland, Overshown, two injured, two banged up. Everyone else is gone. Everyone. Or how many people got cut? How many people straight busts? Oh, Sam Williams, Micah 2.0. They're showing working with the pads.
Yeah,
there's nothing. They drafted Bohanna, got rid of him. They drafted Ridgeway, put him on a practice squad, scooped him up. I mean, Golston, he did nothing with us. Nealon had the, rest in peace. but it's like just so mad. And then trading up for dudes out of Southwest Missouri State that no one's ever heard of, giving up draft picks for God. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
But and I said it then, and I'll still say it now. When all is said and done, Dan Quinn's legacy will be blowing the league in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I could see that happening. So that's where we're at on Caleb Downs, so not Will, Caleb Downs and Jermod McCoy. We're gonna do some mock drafts now, Danny. Let's do this first one with this scenario. Let's face the scenario where Caleb Downs or Jermod McCoy they're at 12 possibly or 20, and we take one of them, and then we'll see how it looks with the other picks. But let's play with that scenario with Caleb Downs and McCoy. So let's bring up the simulator. Let's get this going here.
I think if the Cowboys pass on Downs at 12, the fan base is going to go like insane.
Oh, they need to be ready for it because I think it's going to happen.
No, I just don't see it.
Okay, 7 rounds, Dallas. There we go.
And people are killing me over Caleb Downs at 4. And my response was, yeah, but you also killed me last year when I didn't even have Travis Hunter on my corner list. Travis Hunter was a wide receiver on my list last year, and I got destroyed over it. And I'm like, how am I looking so far on that one? Just
let's see what we get here in our mock here. This first scenario here. There went Downs. Don't have to worry about it. There went McCoy. So it didn't happen there. So we got this offer from Philly. 23, 54, and 68. And we give them our third rounder. So our first and third for their first, second, and is that third?
They're on crack. They're not getting our thirds. No way. Never in a million years.
Let's reject that. They want the fourth rounder. So Detroit wants our fourth. We get their second rounder.
Negative. They're calling us. When you call us, we have the leverage over you.
Second rounder. Okay, we're gonna stick and pick here. Okay, so this probably means that Jermond McCoy had a good pro day, and Caleb Downs, I guess somebody still has love for him, so he's not on there. So we're gonna go with our draft here, Danny. 12. We went through the Jeremiah Love scenario last time, so we're just gonna pretend he's not there, and let's go for a different prospect here. Let's look at a different name, Danny.
I would take either linebacker or defensive line, linebacker or edge.
Linebacker, we got C.J. Allen, Jacob Rodriguez, Anthony Hill. Although all of that kind of feels kind of rich at 12.
Definitely rich at 12.
Edge,
Definitely.
We got Kendrick Falk, Hakeem Mezzador.
Here's the thing with Kendrick Falk. People are killing him, but yet he's not old enough to drink a beer. They're comparing 26-year-old men. He's only 20, and he's 6'5", I believe. He weighed in at 267, ran a 4.74. He's not done growing by far. So, all right, are we going with a 3-4, or if you're sticking with a traditional 4-3, you can throw him outside to edge, and naturally you get bigger as you get older. And let's say he doesn't pan out to be that 12 14 sack, as Jerry calls it, the war daddy edge, you can slide him inside to DT. Now, what's our other option is Akeem Massador. Who's the other edge?
Yeah, got King Mesidor, TJ Parker.
The age with Massador just kills me because he has a place. If San Fran wanted him, if New England, if Seattle, the teams that are in contention, you plug and play.
Mm-hmm.
You can't put him in IR. Those older guys are not getting any bigger. They're not getting any stronger. They have their place, but I just don't think Dallas is at that place to draft a 26-year-old rookie.
Yeah.
That you get a 1-year contract out of.
We got Aiden Terrell, cornerback, if we want to go there.
I do like him a lot. I think he's not getting the love he deserves. Hans, know who he reminds me of? Aaron Glenn. When Aaron Glenn played for the Jets. Smaller, scrappy, tough, but I can't go there at 12. Oh, man. Jermond McCoy.
Peter Woods.
All depends how they view his 2024 tape. I don't see Dallas. I don't see them going D-tackle.
I don't either.
At 12.
Yeah.
Would they reach for TJ Parker? Would they reach for honestly, notice the name that I like a lot is the Zion Young from Missouri.
I like Zion Young.
6'5", 6'5", 270. I think he would, try to fit. Could it be a little rich at 12? Yeah, because I think you might be able to get him at 20. No, definitely not. That would be interesting if Ty Simpson was on the board and they went for him. Oh my! The fan base would go crazy.
You got Monroe, Freeling. You got Max Ahina Chor.
Yeah, and I got like a second round on him.
Late
one. I do love him though.
Yeah, these guys are.
I think Teenan is very underrated. It's amazing. We did that the mock last week with Penn State's guard, and that's looking like I definitely can see that a possibility at 20.
Well, he's at 12 still. You got
they would never go two guards 2 years in a row at 12. We were picking 12 last year, and we took Booker.
Defense, gosh, it's probably. I would say that's probably Kedrick Falk. Probably might be the pick here for the Cowboys.
Yeah, because you're going on his future, or it would be either Falk or I could see Peter Woods maybe.
Mm-hmm. Next pick is going to be at 20. We're back on the clock. We got a trade deal here. We got 29 and our third rounder for their second rounder. So we would get their second rounder, but we would lose our third rounder.
So we're moving back 9 spots, and then we're moving up 52.
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad. It's not bad, but like I said, who are they coming up to get? Me being me, I would offer them one of my 4s. That's just me, man. I'm just the kind of guy, if you're calling me, that means you want somebody.
Here we go. This one might be a better one here. The Rams moved down 7. They give us their second, and we give them one of our fifths.
That makes sense. 1,000%.
Yeah, let's go for this Rams trade right here. Let's do it.
And we all know the Rams wheel and deal. The Rams, Philadelphia, they wheel and deal.
Let's see, who did they take? Let me see, the Rams with our pick, they took Kean Proctor. You can have him.
Yeah, I'll pass.
You can have him. So here we are at 27. Picked up the second. I think we're looking good here. We picked up the second. All right, so let's make a hit here. We're still in the first round. So yeah, number 27.
There's a lot of ways you can go there.
We got linebackers galore here. Allen, Rodriguez, Hill, Trotter.
Trotter's flying up the board, I'm telling you.
Galday, I don't think Galday he's in that mix-up, but these dudes definitely are. Allen, Rodriguez, Hill, Trotter. Let's look at any edge. Parker's still there. Lawrence, Zion Young, cornerbacks, Hood.
I wouldn't have a problem with Zion Young at that pick out of Missouri. I wouldn't. I think Chris Johnson is very underrated.
I like him too. I like Keith Abney too. Chris Johnson, they met with him at the combine.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got good tape, good size too. That's
What about the safeties? What safeties are on the board?
Safeties we got McNeil, Warren, Hosley, Vincent Smith, Kamari Ramsey, who I believe is a 30 visit.
30 visit.
Yeah, and Lewis Moore. I think Lewis Moore's a little bit. I won't put him in that first round category.
I can see McNeil Warren though going the end of round one, at least the first couple of picks around two.
You know who he reminds me a lot about of. You remember with the fan affair that the Cowboys fans had with the safety that Atlanta ended up taking. What was his name? It was like maybe like 2 or 3 drafts ago, right? But he was the hot name, and he reminds me of he looks exactly the same to me, the same type.
In a good way or a bad way?
In an okay way. I think he's okay. You know what I mean? God dang it! What was his name? Atlanta Falcons safety. And if you look at him,
2 or 3 years.
It was. God dang it! Not this dude. Who was it? It was Atlanta Falcons. Let me look at their depth chart here real quick. I can tell you the name. It is. Where's our other safeties at? Yeah, is he not even? Is he not even with them anymore? Hold on. Gosh, what the heck was his name? He's not even. It doesn't look like he's even on with them anymore.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good.
What was his name? Does anybody in the chat box remember the safety that we wanted a few years ago? What class was that?
Safety. I'm trying to think. Safety that all.
Atlanta Falcons safety.
It's so hard because every single player gets pumped up. So I'm trying to think, man. Safety, Atlanta. I'm drawing a blank.
Is it 2021? It was kind of recent, man.
I mean, I still got nightmares over Nathan Vasher. Oh, I still got nightmares over that kid.
Here we go. Yeah, I got the name. Richie Grant. Okay. He reminds me of Richie Grant. And Richie Grant went 40th, which is a second round, I believe.
Yeah.
And the more I watch Warren, the more I see Richie Grant. So I mean, it's not a bad thing, but that's kind of. I feel like that's where I see when I see him. This guy looks familiar, and it's like Richie Grant.
I,
2.0.
I, I like AJ Hawley, LSU. He's built like a bulldog, and he comes up and he'll just knock your head off if we went that route. Genesis Smith is more of a, I would say, a true free. Kilgore gives you, I think.
I think it's going to be linebacker here. They're hunting for them, and we have the pick of the litter here. So okay, let's go through it. C.J. Allen, a little bit of a injury concern there, right, with him.
That's what they're saying.
Jacob Rodriguez is just a throwback. I mean, I would love him. Anthony Hill Jr. He's fast, right, and sideline to sideline type of dude.
His 24 tape was insane.
Josiah Trotter.
He can be a sneaky pick, Trotter. That
at 27, right? So Missouri linebacker, well coached Missouri defense.
He's 6'2", solid 240. You know,
and still young too. So
yeah, no one thought he was coming out, and he just said boom at the last second, declared.
Yeah.
So it was. I just don't think they would go Hill because like everyone's going to just compare him to. Well, in a good way, I guess for them, everyone's going to say, "Oh, Agent." Well, what would he be? Agent 01? Agent 1?
Agent 1, maybe.
Agent 1, they would say, we got Agent 0 and Agent 1. So, who the F knows, man, with the Joneses, the way they would go. But if I had to go linebacker there, I like Rodriguez. That's crazy rich, in my opinion. I would go Josiah Trotter. I don't have a problem with that pick.
Yeah, no, we'll change it up. We'll change it up, man, because we can't be
drafting the same people.
And I don't think we've taken them yet, so we're going to go Trotter here. You could make a case for any of these guys. You really could, but they need a linebacker, and we're going to fulfill it here with Josiah Trotter out of Missouri. Danny,
we need 2 linebackers, really bad.
We might end up double dipping. So we did pick up that second rounder in that trade back. So we got 58 coming up, and we still got our 92. Here comes 58. Second round. Where do we want to go?
I think we still got to look at D-line, safety, and linebacker. As crazy as that sounds.
Good. There's some edge here that I like. I'm not a fan of Mason Thomas myself, but I have a feeling that McClay probably loves this dude. For some reason, he loves Oklahoma D linemen, bro. I don't know what the deal is with that, but they haven't worked out here, man. So I'm frightened about that crap, bro. I'm on me myself. I would take Joshua Josephs over him, Danny Dennis Sutton.
For me, it would either be Sutton or we haven't done Derek Moore. Bro, he's a beast. Moore is a beast, Derek Moore. The fact that people are not pumping him up more, it's criminal. But we all know Dallas fans hate Michigan players. But if you watch him, he's a beast.
Yeah, no, I agree. I like Derek Mark as well. Linebacker, if they want to immediately double dip, I think they would do it here. Cornerback. Okay, so far we have, let's review our picks. So far we got Keldrick Falk, Josiah Trotter.
Fits 2 needs.
Abney, local kid out of Dallas. He has a size that they like. What's your thoughts on Abney, Danny?
They definitely like size when it comes to corner. Will Lee has great size, Is Tadakio Davis on the board or no? He's
Yeah,
much bigger out of Washington. He's not going to. He ain't going to go that low. He has good size. I love Will Lee. A little bit. They got to see how his health is, but he's high. He's a high reward type of player. I don't have a problem going corner. Now, there's the Ohio State kid. I call him Davison Igbinaga. That's how I can't pronounce his name. That's who he is to me. The issue I have with him is, okay, the good, very, very physical. If he was in a nightclub, he'd get thrown out in 3 minutes for grabbing every girl's ass. He has to practice, and this is not me. Legit, they made him practice with boxing gloves on. In 2024, I believe he had 19 penalties in 2024. 2025, he had 5 penalties, and he easily could have had 12. Very, very physical versus the run. I can see that kid moving him inside to safety even. If you can take him at corner, and if he starts turning into a penalty machine, I think he's very physical, that kid. And he has great size. He's like 6'2", 190, if you wanted to go that route. But
what about Malik Muhammad, a 30 visit, and
I do like him a lot.
I know that they have interest there. I mean, he's a 30 visit as well. So, can they wait to 92 and get him, or do they kind of feel like he won't make it? Let's take him here at 58 here with this pick, or do we pivot? Let's see who else we got out here. Lewis Moore, Kilgore, Bud Clark.
Bud Clark is I love on the older side. He'll be 26.
We got some DTs here. Caleb Banks kind of falling here a bit. Halton probably on McClay's list. You got Daryl Jackson Jr.
That would be tremendous value.
You got Citrus right here.
Big Citrus,
and Chris McClellan.
But don't you think McClellan kind of like Christian Miller are more 3-techs in your eyes?
Yeah. McClellan's definitely more of a 3-tech type of dude.
Like I love Zane Durant, but he's a 3 in my world.
Yeah, Zane Durant's 3, pure 3.
We need a. I love Tim Keenan later. He's like 6'1", 350.
Mm-hmm.
Lee Hunter was. I love Lee Hunter from his UCF days. He's a beast, and the crazy thing about him is, for such a big man and wide, he has some giddy up to get after the corner.
He's got a lot of power. He plays with a lot of power. I like him right off the snap. He's impressive.
I mean, and look at the edges still on the board.
I think I would go more here.
Oh, he's a monster. He's a monster.
We've gone with Dennis Sutton, which is another really good one. But more. Let's go more here, Danny.
He was on the field back when Michigan in the playoffs versus Alabama, and when he caught the quarterback down on the goal line. He's been playing. He plays a lot. That kid, crazy stats, and he's a legit 6'2", 6'3", 250. And he can put his hand down or just rush from standing up. But our fans would go nuts.
They would go insane in the membrane. So we got our third rounder coming up here, 92, the Osa pick. This pick will be forever tied to Osa Odigizua. So they got to do something legit.
I'm putting the conspiracy out right now. San Francisco picks 27 in the first round. If we make a trade from 20 to 27, because that should be a third. If we make that trade for a fourth or a fifth, that was a wink for the for Osa. I'm going to put the conspiracy out there now.
Mm-hmm. All right, so this is where we get into some interesting territory, Nanny. I want to broach this subject with you. Tight ends, Eli Stowers, 30 visit.
Smaller side.
It's an interesting name, Danny. Right? Like to have a tight end as a 30 visit, Stowers. He's gonna be an early pick, right? Of all the tight ends.
I don't know which way the NFL teams are going towards with the tight ends, because it seems like, especially this year, a lot of the 6'2", 6'3" guys are considered the top guys, and the few 6'5", 6'6", 6'7" guys are not getting the hype they should. If you have two monster blockers, I don't have a problem with those small guys. But now, perfect example is Cleveland's Harold Fannin. He got like 7, 8 touchdowns. Is it Cleveland picking like 3 or something like that? So, like Eli Stowers, he did great, but he ain't gonna run. He ain't gonna block nobody for you. And that's the issue I have. Are we just going to like, that's it, stats? Like, that's the question. And I put that even out on my channel when I was talking about tight ends. I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like they want to. I feel like Schottenheimer feels they can do better than Schoonmaker and Span Ford. I think that's why they're looking at this kid so closely. You know, but it's a name to consider with the 3rd or 4th rounder probably. I don't know. He probably won't make it to the 4th, but
I mean, when his dad was at Kansas City, it was big line and a power running game.
Mm-hmm.
That's how his dad was. And they had Derek Thomas. Oh, they had a monster. I can't think, man. I'm talking about like a 5'10", 312-pound zero tech in the middle, and he was legit. You know, so like played good defense, but ran. You know, they had Christian Okoye. They had that monster Zot left tackle.
Let's look at this. Let's say the Cowboys inside the war room or inside with McClay and Schottenheimer are like, how much do we trust in Nate Thomas, Guyton, and your right tackle, right? Your Terrence Steele. What do we have here left on the board, Danny? Would any of these guys interest you as far as like somebody that could compete or be a just in case?
I love Drew Shelton. I just feel they're going to throw him inside at the next level. I'm going to leave somebody out there until they can't. 6'5", 320-ish, but phenomenal pass blocker. Phenomenal. But the fact that he's not that 6'7" monster, Isaiah World, I wouldn't touch. My marker here is bigger than his legs. His calves. You ever go to like a buffet or get a gyro where they cut the meat off the gyro? Yeah. That's what his calves. He has no calves. He has no. When I look at my offensive lineman, I start at the bottom and then I work up. He has the skinniest legs I've ever seen, which scared me. I wouldn't go near him. I like Falaby a lot. Jay, I don't think.
But a lot of these are more right tackle dudes. So
in my opinion, and it means nothing, this is probably one of the worst left tackle drafts I have ever seen in my entire
paper thin.
Right. There is none.
Yeah, it's like all right tackles and guards, man.
I think Proctor's a guard. I think Monroe Freeland, if you threw 87 on him, he looks like a blocking tight end.
Mm-hmm.
To me, he's a third rounder. I think his best football is ahead of him, but we're talking 3-4. So what? We're gonna get our quarterback killed, but he'll be good 3-4 years from now. That's
I don't think I would use the third there. Let's not go to the tight end there.
How are the guards looking? If we can, it just or I.
Bo Stevens, I like him out of Iowa.
I'm gonna tell you right now, he's my number 2 guard.
Yeah, I like him, dude.
He's my number 2 guard. I love Lee Hunter. I love Lee Hunter from Texas Tech, and he destroyed him. He destroyed him at the Senior Bowl. But forget about the Senior Bowl. Just watch Bo Stevens at Iowa. Mm-hmm. Big, athletic. I love Jennings Dunker. I love Logan Jones, the center.
Yeah.
Smaller, a little bit older, straight baller, technician. Anyone who gets him is getting a steal. And Bo Stevens is my number 2 guard. He's a beast, straight beast. And yet, I don't know, he doesn't have a media team behind him or something. He's not getting the love. Tomorrow,
if the Cowboys were to take him, that would basically mean that Tyler Smith is going to left tackle, right?
I think at that point, you can go a lot of ways. You can go that way. If there's a monster running back on the board, that has to be in consideration. We don't know. Think about it. We only saw Ma for the last game of the year. We don't know what they think of him. Is Blue going to stop getting blisters on his feet? His cleats were being too tight. But how do they get fleeced of a guy with, say, bad workout habits or studying a playbook from a college in your own state? Tight. I think
defense is still going to be high on the board here in the third round because I think there's just more options here for us. So Darrell Jackson Jr. is still there.
Monster, straight monster. Landon Dickinson, I think Dallas would consider later because throughout the years, Dallas has loved the service, Storback, Chad Hennings, great story, Supposedly, Jimmy had Jerry call like the Department of Defense and pull like a scam to get Chad Hennings like draft eligible. That's how much Jerry thought of Chad Hennings. He was a straight monster.
Yeah, Chad Hennings was a steal, man. That guy, he really helped in that run. Good rotational. He was a big dude, man.
Yeah, it was like 6'5", 300. Lean. See, but now with the D lineman that was in front of me, are we going to the 3-4? Are we going to the 4-3? Are we going to the 4-2-5, the 5-2-4, the 6-2, the 8-3-1, the 12-1, 1-1? We're playing everything. So which one? If you're saying to me we're playing 5 defenses, how do you go into a draft with a plan on defense? Because in my opinion, players are scheme specific. They don't fit every scheme. Because if you think a defensive lineman fits every scheme, then an offensive lineman should be able to play tackle, guard, and center. If you think that, in my opinion.
Yeah, this could be double dip situation here.
We have no choice to double dip.
Romello Height, how do you feel about his age versus Mesidor's age?
What bothers me about Romello Height, and I'm just going off the top of my head, I believe he was at 3 different colleges before Texas Tech. And he did nothing at the 3. And then what? He shows up at Texas Tech, and now he has a 10-sack season, and he's the man. He's going to be in that interview room for an hour. And I remember there was a video of them with Guyton. They were like, you're 6'8", 6'7", your arms go down to your legs, you're 330 pounds, 320 pounds, yet you've only started 12 games. Why? And his answer was immaturity. So what? You decided to play last year? I mean, we still need monsters inside.
I think they're going to address corner here. We got edge, linebacker edge, and I think you're going. That's just for the sake of getting your DB high on their 30 visit. I think this will be Malik Muhammad here in the 3rd. So we'll get that going there. And then our 4th rounders are coming up. Danny, we got 112 coming up. And I think that's where we might look at another D lineman. Let's see what we got coming up here.
There'll be plenty still on the board.
112, 4th round. Even let's see. Even running backs are still good here. You got Claiborne, you got Kalen Black.
I love Black. I think 4 is rich. I do like Claiborne.
I haven't seen this McGowan kid. Have you done any work on McGowan?
I just can't see the college from here.
Yeah, Kentucky.
Oh, big kid. I like him. He had trouble. I broke him down already. I think he was 12, maybe higher. He was from 9 to 12 when I broke him down. Had some problems early on, off the field issues as a kid. All kids have problems. Big kid, great size, redeemed himself, played on a horrendous Kentucky team behind a horrendous O-line. And I'm going off the top of my head. He had about 750 yards and 12 touchdowns. But I thought I also saw Singleton on the board. I mean, but I do like him a lot. I mean, like I said, we have to take different players. You can't talk about the same people all the time.
Kalen Black, I think, is an interesting one too.
What I love about Kalen Black is he comes from James Madison, does the Indiana. This past season, he played every single regular season game, played every playoff game, played the national championship game, and then 2 weeks later, he's in Mobile, Alabama, competing against guys that had a year to prepare for that game. Yo, I got nothing but love for him. He runs, put it this way, he delivers a hit. He runs hard. Does he have the best speed in the world? No. This kid runs like he's running for his contract. Tough runner. Think about how many guys took off senior ball. Oh, we're too good to go there. This kid just coming off a national championship game. And man, like Markel Bell did it for the left tackle for Miami. James Brockemeyer did it. The center for Miami. That's crazy. That's special, man. Special. That's guys looking to make money, in my opinion.
Yeah, this is so far. We got Falk, Trotter, Moore, Muhammad, all defense so far.
Let me tell you something. Is Aiden Fisher on the board there from Indiana?
He's still there. And Perkins, more his safety, Lewis safety.
If Aiden Fisher was 6'3", he'd be a first-round pick. I've never seen any. He was. Always in the right place at the right time. Doesn't have great size, so I don't think Dallas would go that way. But you can tell he's not the greatest athlete in the world, but you can tell he's a film studier. Definitely, man. He was always in the right areas.
Tell me about this guy, Danny. Tell me about Charlie Demings. He's a 30 visit for the Cowboys. Stephen F. Austin.
Stephen F. That's the cornerback.
Yeah. Yep. Charlie Demings.
A typical. He's a good player, but he's a typical where there's better corners on the board. Dallas tries to find the steal later on in the draft or early in the draft. They try to get cute. I think you can get him much later, in my opinion. I think you can get him round 6, round 7.
I like Rivers a lot as a slot. Well, I mean, as a nickel guy, but I don't know if they would take him with his size measurables. You know what I mean?
Dallas is all about the measurables. But you see, but now, are they making an exception then for tight end this year then?
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
So-
maybe they're gonna change their ways. Gosh, he would be a good nickel for us, Chandler Rivers.
They would get on the board with Belichick and say, "What do you think of this kid?"
Ezekiel Masses, California.
Doesn't really do nothing for me.
So you got
Is Kathy Scott on the board still or no? Round 4. How about Pounds from Indiana, the smaller kid, 5'9",
yeah, he's long gone.
long gone. Chris Johnson, long gone. Gotta be.
Yeah,
Keontae Scott, long gone.
let's look at DTs again here.
How about Tacario Davis, long gone?
Let's see. Yeah, he's gone.
Great
He's
size.
He's there. Person Hart, Dalen Everett, Georgia.
Dalen Everett would be crazy value. Georgia, out of Georgia, would be ridiculous value at that point.
And then, of course, linebackers. A lot of linebackers still here. Elam or York. I like York, but I don't think he'll fit the Cowboys metrics.
Yeah, he's 5'11", 5'11".
5'10", 5'11", yeah. But he plays bigger than his size. I really like him, but gosh, Cowboys won't take him. I don't like Kendall Daniels at all, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I'm and knowing the damn Cowboys, they probably like him.
I love Red Murdoch. He's like,
Red Murdoch.
Love him.
Would that be? Would you take him here in the 4th? Red Murdoch.
Could be a little rich. Could be. I think you can get him in the 5th. I do think. What the problem is? There's like we need so much. So you gotta go stick with your board at this point. I mean, Lewis is a highlight machine, but he's a safety, in my opinion.
Yeah, safety.
Fisher.
Maybe that's where they get their safety right here. Let's see. We know Perkins and Lewis are safeties. Let's see who else other safeties are out here. Zakee Wheatley, Tom.
Let me tell you something. If Zakai Wheatley was on the board right then and there, I'm doing backflips. 6'2", 200 pounds, and he was a playmaker at Happy Valley. I'm doing backflips to hand that card in.
Yeah, I think I would take him over Perkins. No, I would definitely take him over Perkins.
Love Taff. I like VJ Payne. I mean,
I think we'll go Wheatley here. Let's get the safety.
In a heartbeat. with the year they had, quarterback getting hurt, my favorite quarterback. I mean, the coach getting fired. A lot of those guys quit, but a lot of guys didn't. You telling me I can get Wheatley round 4? Very physical versus the run, versus the pass, solid. I'm running. I'm running to the board for Zakai Wheatley in round 4. That would be a good
pick. Is coming up. 177. Let's see what we got coming up here.
So we've double dipped at safety, correct?
He is our first safety so far.
Okay.
Zakai Wheatley. Here comes our pick. 177. There went the behemoth, Markel Bell, right before our pick there. So round 5.
I think you got to look at. Listen, we know there's only right tackles, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Browns.
Love him. Yeah, this is what I don't understand. Everyone wants to throw him inside to guard, yet he hasn't allowed a sack in the last 2 years. And he's 6'6", 340.
I mean, he would be an upgrade over damn Terrence Steele at least.
He's a goon. I challenge anyone. I said it. I'm a U fan. Watch when Old Miss played the U in the playoffs. You did not hear Bain and Mesidor's name. Not one time. Yet, but you see, like when I see guys getting switched around at the Senior Bowl, it goes back to there's 20 teams in the league that can't draft. There's 20 teams in the league that can't coach. Last year, they had the best left tackle. They moved the Giants offense. The Giants coaching staff last year had one of the best left tackles playing center last year. So, like when I see stuff, I'm like, are you ruining this kid? But he's a goon, straight goon.
Yeah, I think they're going to give some love to the O-line here somewhere. He would be somebody to consider.
I mean, I think at that point, he's your best left tackle. I'm not a really big fan on Carmona. Now, perfect example, Trey Zune, left tackle, Texas A&M. He's 6'6", 6'7", 330. Don't ask me why. They want to move him to center.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's throw Diego Pons into the mix here, Danny. Let's get some depth.
He hasn't allowed a sack in 2 years. They're gonna say his arms are an inch or two short. I mean, it's
we're right back on the clock here. 5th round, number 180.
How are the linebackers looking?
Linebacker action. We're looking at Heineke, Gentry, Betcher still there. Keyshawn Elliott's there.
Heineke has a lawsuit coming up where he's petitioning. He might do the combine again next year.
Yeah, it's wild. It's like, I'm confused on him. I'm like, dude, do you not want to go and make money in the NFL? I guess maybe more in the.
This is the deal with him. They're saying in 2020, the C word year, Ohio State was not allowing walk-ons. So he played 3 lacrosse games. He's already petitioned the NCAA saying that should not have counted as a year of eligibility. They shot him down, and he has, I think it's April 17th, a court date. But like you said, I question, is Oklahoma offering him $1 million to come back? I don't see him like that. Does he think he's going to be a a first round pick next year. I don't see that, but a lot you seeing it a lot with like the late round kids.
Mhm.
Mohamed Touré is a perfect example. Rutgers could have went to Penn State, went to Miami, straight monster, 6'5", 250, middle linebacker. He had at Rutgers, blew out his knee and his Achilles, went to Miami so now he got a mill. He could have came out in this draft, and with his medicals, he's a late day 3. But yet, I bet you Miami offered him more money than he's going to get as a late 3 player. So he figures, let me get $1 million. Let me hang out on South Beach, and Florida is no tax, NIL deal. And then he'll come out next year. So that's what you've seen a lot of guys doing. The Ole Miss quarterback, they're offering him close to $5 million. He can't make that money in the NFL.
Yeah, it's crazy. These lawsuits that are going on. Lloyd, what's your thoughts on the next Aaron Jones here out of UT San Antonio, Robert Henry Jr.?
That's a corner guy. College corner, turn me on to him. He can fly. He has a second gear. He's not getting the love he deserves, in my opinion, but he's very shifty.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think you'll see Adam Randall that late. A lot of people are blowing him up. A wild card, if you want to just throw a dart, is Noah Washington. Shared the field. He was a part-timer at Oregon. 800 yards, close to double-digit TDs. He came out of nowhere. It's what I mean. I still think at that point there's more pressing issues.
Carson Beck, Klubnik still there. Those are decent names still on the board.
Carson Beck. What scares me is I'm a U fan, and in the playoffs, even the regular season, every time he dropped back to throw a pass, I closed my eyes. He had a monster O-line in front of him, good wide receivers. Mark Fletcher, who decided to go back for another year. If Dallas would, I could see them throwing a pick at quarterback. But we signed the quarterback.
Yeah, we got Sam Howell, who should be the two. He's Joe Milton's not going to beat Sam Howell. Yeah, so basically you got Joe Milton as a practice squad dude moving forward.
Yo, Caden Curry right there,
yes,
from Ohio State.
I like that name right there.
Let me tell you something. Double-digit sacks, 6'3", 260, and there was many weeks he was Ohio State's best defensive lineman on the field.
I like that one.
Al McDonald, Arvo Reese at safety. Because Arvo Reese vanished at the end of the year. Caden Curry, blue collar. He's gonna come to work every day. Watch him be like a Patriot pick. That's a Patriot pick.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking, dude. Like he feels like a that type of pick, man, for a coach over there, Patriots. But let's take him here, man. I feel like we need more D line. I like Caden Curry.
Non-stop motor. Non-stop.
And then our last pick in this mock, 218. Should be the 7th round.
That's the off the field guys, off the field issue guys.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, off the field issues don't bother me, man. They're young kids. And now they got millions. What do you expect, man? I mean, giving these kids millions.
Top of the 7th here. 7th round pick. Veteran Elliott. I don't know if they're gonna. I don't think either of those dudes will still be here at the 7th round, but they're here.
I don't think so.
Cornerbacks. Cardinal Hallman. Amani Jackson. Aaron Johnson. Marcus Allen.
You're getting thin.
Yeah, these are pretty. This is pretty much dart throws here. You got Jacoby Thomas.
He's no way. Yeah, he's not. He's not. He's not. He's not going to be on the board.
Oh, I like this dude here. Have you seen Cole Wasinski yet?
What I like about him, he was originally a linebacker for it was either North Dakota or South Dakota State. He played 2 years at linebacker there, blew up, transferred to Texas Tech. They put him at a safety, 6'4", 220, had like 80 tackles, no interceptions, but pass defense, 6 passes defensed. He didn't get invited to the combine. Definitely a sleeper. Definitely going to come and lay the pipe versus the run. My only question is, 6'4", 220. He's 4 Thanksgiving meals away from playing linebacker. But my only question is, will he get exposed? But I don't think he's going to get exposed in the passing game because he's coming out of the Big 10 and the Big 12. And in my world, that's a passing league.
Mm-hmm.
And he is flying under the radar. I think he was my 26th ranked safety. He was my 26th ranked safety. Great size, great story, and he's not afraid to put his head down.
When you get a special teams guy as well, I think he'll go hard. Special teams,
yeah, definitely. No way, Tom. No way, Thomas is on the board. Is the Wonka, Iowa?
Where's that one dude that we brought in for a 30 visit? Is he still on the board? What was his name? Oh, he's still there, Louisville. Renee Conga, 30 visit. Is he a just late round or undrafted priority for you, Danny?
He's a small defensive lineman. What is the fascination with small guys? Click on his size. Click on it.
We don't even have anything here. He's got a 6'3", 300.
That's a 3-tech.
Yeah, that's a 3-tech. Who was it? I think it was Bobby was saying something like it was either Bobby Belt or Hellman was saying something like he had better. Maybe it was even Brugler, but one of those dudes said that his numbers were better than Fletcher Cox, the 3-cone. Fletcher Cox and who was the other badass defensive tackle they were talking about? Fletcher Cox and some other dude, but they say that this guy's got crazy numbers. He's Canadian. Louisville.
Is he the Canadian Bulldozer Part 2? Neville Callum, or the Canadian Tricycle? After we were calling him after a while. But, listen, we can draft him. We can't talk about the same people all the time. And if they brought him in for a 30 visit there, or they could be looking at him. In my world, that's a crazy small 5-tech. In my world.
Yeah, I think they're more looking at him as a undrafted priority guy. I don't think they would use a pick on him, bro. I mean, the same might be said about Cole, but I want to take him here because I think he gives you special teams, and they need special teamers. I like this one here too. Let's go Cole here, 7th round.
Yeah, he's crazy value. And it's amazing he didn't get. Yet, the Texas Tech fans, it's like he's the forgotten man. No one talks about him at all. At all. I mean, yeah, they'll blow. Oh, Bailey, Rodriguez, everybody. Hunter. No one brings up Cole Wisniewski ever.
They had a stacked roster, man. It was crazy, man.
All right, but now let me ask you an honest question. If that Big 12 team was in the Big 10 or the SEC, what's their record?
Oh, if they were in the Big 10 or SEC, they'd be probably playing in the Little Caesars Bowl or some shit like that, bro.
Thank you.
The what is it called? The Ritz.
The Duke Mayo Bowl. They'll be playing in the Mayo Bowl. Well, I mean, and I say that, and the Texas Tech fans want to kill me when I say that. But I'm like, okay, for example, Notre Dame, an independent, plays Texas Tech. Notre Dame beats them by 3 touchdowns.
Oh, yeah, no doubt, bro.
Let's be honest. Notre Dame beats them by double digits. A minimum. Okay, 3 touchdowns might be rich. That's what they beat them by 14 points.
They beat the crap out of BYU. Oh, man, don't even get me started. Oh, God. What a nightmare.
But that was...
Yeah. Check this out, bro. So, first mock draft insanity 4.0. Keldrick Falk, Josiah Trotter, okay, 30 visit. Derek Moore. We picked him up in that trade. We moved from 20 to 27. Malik Muhammad, Zakee Wheatley, Diego Pounds, bro. Caden Curry. I think this is wild value right here in the 5th. Caden Curry.
Crazy value. Non-stop motor, double-digit sacks. 6'3", 260.
Man, he reminds me of a guy way back in the day that, man, who was it? Cowboys had high interest in this dude back when Parcells was still here. It was the same type of dude, right? Like a late round kind of dude who could give you that outside linebacker type of dude, or even, like a deep.
He gives you outside linebacker, but he'll give you a hand in the dirt.
Yeah, hand in the dirt guy. So I like this dude, Caden Curry. Not being talked about enough, man.
Oh, you know what it is? Even though he had a great year, great stats, he's playing. They got Sonny Styles, they got Arvo Reese, they got McDonald, they got Igbenassa, they got Caleb Downs. He's just getting lost in the shuffle of a great defense. They got Tyrone Malone, a kid at D tackle. No one's talking about. An old Miss transfer. Yo, the kid's 6'3", 300. I don't know anything about baseball, but the kid's athletic. He was all-state in baseball, the kid. No one's even talking about him. Just got lost in the shuffle.
Yeah, that's some of that happens with these guys, and they end up being, productive, rotational type of dudes. That's what you need those on the team. So, not bad here for this one here, Danny.
Not at all. I mean, if I'd be happy as hell. I'd be happy as hell.
Let's take a look at. Let's try the PFF simulator. It only gives us 3 rounds, but we'll just whiz through this one. I'm just curious as far as like how they have their rankings here, and if it's any different. Let me see.
I'm telling you, there's plenty of teams out there. They got Falk as their number 1 edge. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah. It could very well happen. And it's a name that's not being talked about. I mean, right now everything is Jermod McCoy, Caleb Downs, Styles, Bain, and it's always seems to be the most talked about names are never the pick, bro. It's
Right.
always the lesser talked about guy that Dallas ends up getting.
If me personally, the guys that I'm most interested in, I wouldn't even invite them for 30 visits. But what Dallas does, look what we did last year. We entered that draft with no guard, with no right guard. Everyone knew we were going guard.
Hmm.
Oh, but everyone knew it. I mean, come on, when you went to drafts void at certain positions, all 31 other teams knew the what's his name? The boss man Fats year, where we needed a safety. That round two, 3 teams traded ahead of us and grabbed safeties. That's what happens when you just show up with nobody at certain positions.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's what it is, bro. Let's take a look at this. Let's go to the third. Let's do a quick 3 rounder here on the PFF one. Let's go Cowboys. Let's enter this draft here, and let's start it. Here we go.
We're at 12. Not a fan of Spano at all. Not a fan. He's 300 pounds with both pockets full of quarters.
Okay.
I think 12. I think Freeling is crazy rich at 12.
There went Downs again. Okay, I think we can play with that McCoy scenario here now, Danny.
Okay.
I think he's there. Let's play with this scenario here, okay? Let's say the Cowboys, he has a good pro day. Cowboys, they lie through their teeth. Jerry's lying out his ass. They take the injured player. And they're going to tell you he'll be ready for training camp.
And the fans will eat it up.
And then training camp gets here, he's on the cords. All right, so we're gonna take him. All right, Jerry's gonna take him right here.
That's what the fans want. Jerry is like the perfect businessman. He gives the fans what they want.
So they got McCoy. If they give McCoy, I think they throw Shoddy a bone here and give him an offensive player here at 20. Danny, let's go with that scenario here.
Right, who's the best offensive person we got on the board at 20?
Yeah, let's take a look at that. Let's take it. This is the thing I don't really like about PFF. They don't have it this where you can filter by offense. Ty Simpson, no, they won't do that.
Running backs, any crazy running backs that are falling? Wide receivers?
You got Jadarian Price, Mike Washington. No, nothing that would really take.
Let me tell you something. There's Emmett Johnson from Nebraska. 1 year wonder. It was one hell of a year. 1,500 yards rushing, like 40 catches for like almost 400 yards in Nebraska in the Big Ten. There's teams that are going to have him in the top 2 as a running back. I'm telling you, he's a 1 year wonder, but it was one hell. Do I think they would go running back there? No. Maybe tight end. What tight ends are on the board there?
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if they took Eli Stowers first?
As crazy as it sounds, it's like you said, it's the picks that you Would never in a million years. They listen, when the Cowboys are on the board, throw out common sense. Throw it out. Love Omar Cooper. Love him.
Yeah.
Runs like a running back. Was a running back in high school. Denzel Boston, 6'4".
Red zone threat right there.
Oh my God. He had double-digit touchdowns. Denzel Boston. I love KC Concepcion. I don't think he's a fit. I mean, then what? We're gonna have Pickens, and then he's. I mean, he would be a ridiculous wide receiver 3 to take the top of the field and push it.
I really feel like the reason why they're looking at Cooper is to protect themselves from Pickens doing a no-show, which he's gonna do. He's not gonna show up for camp or mini camp or nothing, bro.
Nothing. He's gonna show up just day one, collect his check, get a lower body injury, like a soft tissue muscle injury. I'm sorry, but if Dallas Cowboy fans think Pickens is playing 17 games this year, it ain't happening. He's taking that easy money. Listen, Omar Cooper was a running back in high school. His yak is crazy. When he catches the ball, he runs like a running back. Listen, at that point, I got no problem with Cooper. None.
I think he would be, unless there's some other badass tackle here, but I'm leaning more towards Cooper there. Blake Miller.
Step-in starter at right tackle, which I love, but I can get a step-in starter at right tackle in round 4, round 5, round 6, in my opinion, in my world.
Gosh, Jennings Dunker still. I want the dream to come true, and somehow they bring him in. I love him, bro. He's one of my favorite linemen in this draft.
He's a beast. I'm telling you. Straight beast. I watched a lot of Iowa because I love watching offensive linemen. There was Iowa versus Rutgers. I stopped counting pancakes at 20. And he doesn't just want to put you into the ground. He wants to humiliate you, man. Humiliate you.
Let's take a look at this trade offer we got on the board here. We got Cleveland. We got a 24 pick here. They want to trade us. What do they want? What's the? Oh, this shit's locked. This is gay. This is the thing about PFF, bro.
Yeah, it's Jerry. It's Jerry. It's he's sending his gremlins in.
So let's just stick and pick here. Let's do it. Let's get the wide receiver here, Cooper, into the mix, bro.
He's a beast. He's a beast in my opinion. I even like Surratt. I like both Indiana's wide receivers. I love Denzel Boston, 6'4", 210, crazy red zone threat, crazy stats. And like I said, he wasn't playing in Division III. He was playing in the Big Ten. And I said it back in May when I started. As long as he stays healthy and continues to what he's doing, he's a guaranteed first-round draft pick. He ain't getting out of round 1, in my opinion.
Okay,
because I'm hearing more and more Philly's trading Brown. Philly's shipping him off.
Here we are in the third round.
It's up for Pickens since he's so good.
So far, we got Jermod McCoy, Omar Cooper, and here we are at number 92, Danny.
Gotta go either D-line or linebacker, one or the other.
Take a look at that linebacker action. See now, here I see now they got him. They got Elliott ranked a little bit more accurately here. I do like that. Betcher too. So What's your thoughts on Elam's Orr, Danny, out of TCU?
I got him. He's high for me. I like him. Nice size, crazy athletic, great production. Not as Trey Moore. I do like him, but I did like Scooby Williams until he weighed in at 217 pounds.
Interesting.
And we were,
So there's linebackers.
How about
okay.
D tackles or edges.
Yeah, look at
Gotta
that.
build the trenches.
The Godfather, Caleb Proctor, Xavier Harris, Landon Robinson.
I love Harrison. I think that's rich, though. Very rich. I love Robinson, way rich. Tim Keenan, I know like that's rich for him. 6'1", 350. He legit played at 350. Had some injuries at Alabama, but you're talking about like crazy value. We did a draft already. We took K-Part. The Godfather, I think you can get him day 3. Dante Corleone, because as much as I like him a lot,
Yeah.
I just think he played in the wrong conference. Because you have this short 6'1", 350-pound run plugger, and he played in a passing conference. So I could get in, I could have a lot much better, and I love him. Bro, size 17, 11-inch hands. He's been on Bruce Feldman's freak list for the last 5 years. Only problem was he almost didn't play in 2024. He had blood clots in his lungs. But then somehow they magically disappeared, and he played the entire season. But I think that's going to cause him to drop until late day 3.
Mm-hmm.
And you can get him late day 3. That is crazy value. Crazy value.
Xavier Harris.
I love him. He's legit 6'8", 350.
That's crazy. That's a big ass dude. Yeah, you remember that one guy that came out that one year? It was the love affair for this big ass defensive tackle. He ended up going to the Chiefs, I think. You remember who I'm talking about? He was like,
how long ago?
Man, let's say it was like maybe like it's been a while now. Maybe about six or 8 seasons ago. Nigerian kid, really big defensive tackle.
Really
Like
big.
6'7", something like this. I think he ended up going like in the 4th round or something like this to the Chiefs.
That's odd. The Chiefs usually draft well. That's big, tall Nigerian defensive tackle. So we're talking like the C-word year, the 2020 year.
Let's see, what was his name? Anyone in the chat can remember? It was like not Tonga. What the hell was his name?
Nah, Tonga's on BYU.
No, it wasn't.
Was on BYU.
What was the name of the dude?
Tall Nigerian.
He was like African. Gosh, what the heck was his name, bro?
Christian McCoy was running back.
2019 draft. Chiefs. I'm gonna find this. I keep going back to these old school names, man, but kind of reminds me of this dude. You're talking about him. What was his name? 4th round. Chiefs. I know he went in the 4th. Chiefs. 4th round.
I just going to answer the one chat. GMG 254. Late to the stream, gang. Boys are going all in on defense, even with the good recent signings. Respect your opinion 1,000%. But I think we can all agree the best signing we've had is Rashawn Gary. I think his best years are behind him.
Me personally, he's a 3-4 outside linebacker, but now I'm hearing Dallas is going to pay him as a 5 tech. That's a pretty small 5 tech. Granted, when Rashawn Gary is healthy, he can play. But besides him, who have we really signed that has moved the meter? I just think we've signed a lot of camp bodies, in my opinion, which means nothing. And the content creators, the Cowboy guys are, no matter who we sign, they're blowing them up and they're showing some highlights from 2021, 2022. If you're great, you never get to free agency. That's just my 2 cents. That means nothing.
Gosh, maybe it was longer than that. Maybe this was like 2016 or somewhere like this. Gosh, what year was it?
I get so many names in my head. When I go from one year to another, it's like goes blank. The year before, I still have all my books and everything, but then you could tell me last year's name, and I'm like, who? What? It's just my brain gets shot from so many different names. Now, if he was on Dallas, I definitely would remember, but Kansas City 2018. No. He was no.
Find his name. Come on.
I was thinking different, but who is the other?
Not Chris Jones. Where is this dude at, man?
I'm drawing a blank.
I mean, he was like high on the Cowboys list. Fans wanted him. He was like a big ass defensive tackle, dude. Kind of like this guy you're talking about. And they were like, oh, maybe first round and this and that. He ended up going like in the
Gary back with Clark. They played together. That'll be a plus. Just me personally, I just don't know how Kenny Clark's contract is over $20 million. And Quentin Williams. So they both played for Dallas last year, but yet didn't we still finish 32 versus the run? So I just don't see Gary coming in and being that big run stuffer. If anything, he's going to be, don't get me wrong, he has nice size, but he's not a 5 tech in a 3-4.
I found it. All right. My bad. He wasn't the 4th round. It was the 2nd round. It was Tona Passignonen.
Who did he play for?
The Chiefs.
No, but what college?
I want to say it was Penn State. Let me see. Where did he go?
That doesn't sound like Penn State to me.
Tona Passignonen. Where the hell is it? Yeah, I remember, dude. Fans were all about him, dude. They're like, we're going to get him. The big ass dude. Hold on. Let me show you this dude. He did good. He had a good Senior Bowl. Come on. He is from, 6'7", 289, Villanova.
No bueno. Villanova, no. Listen, I could be wrong. Besides Howie Long, who has ever come out of Villanova and dominated in the NFL?
But I think that's the thing too. Like if they're too big, like they don't. I feel like there's also a thing about being too damn big, right? So I just think he didn't have that leverage, right? I mean, they're talking about the long arms, he can do this and that, and he was pretty much a bust, right? He was a 2nd round guy.
See, you know what it is with that is? That's a kid that probably could have played for a bigger school, but yet he's playing up against future stockbrokers, future lawyers, future people that are going to work on Wall Street and like, rip, just piss away everybody's 401k plans. So when you get a kid like that could play Division One in the multiple schools, even Division Two at a high level, and then you throw him on a Villanova, he just starts tossing people, looks like Leon Lett, and then, you look at him. And then my response is, look at the competition. And people don't take that into consideration. And you have to.
Yeah, you have to.
You have to take in consideration the competition. Yeah. He was playing against, like white collar guys.
Let's take a look at this stack here, Danny. As far as like your opinion on your defensive ends here that are available for us at 92. Let's look at the stack here. Cameron Crawford, Auburn. Jermod Barham, Michigan. Anthony Lucas.
Great size. Anthony Lucas is 6'5". See, now to me, that's a 5-tech. He's 6'5", 290. Mm-hmm. He's a beast.
Yeah.
He's a beast. I would jump on him in a heartbeat. We did the headbutt. We did the referee headbutter last week, which I still love.
I still like him too.
Love him. Love him. Yo, the fans would go nuts if we took Derek Moore and Josh Barnum in the double dipped. But that you got one inside guy that could put his hand on the ground, rush the passer, and Derek Moore, who's a straight monster.
So, man, the problem with the Cowboys is they're late to the game, right? So, like with the LSU, right? Instead of getting Peterson, we got Claiborne. And then you look at Michigan, instead of Hutchinson, we got freaking Taco, right? So, and then Mozzie, right? You get Mozzie. But you look at this year, and these are legit guys, bro. Like, I would take Derek Moore, and I would definitely take Jermod Barham.
Perfect example is last year. Everyone destroyed Mason. No, they acted like Mason Graham had leprosy. Especially the Cowboy fans. Mm-hmm. They wouldn't have took Mason Graham in round 4 last year. Mason Graham, when Mozzie Smith was a senior, Mason Graham was a true freshman, and Mason Graham was the best defensive tackle on that field. Mason Graham went to Cleveland, and he graded out as the number 1 tech. So it's just, you can't blame the college. You got to blame the scouting department. Who's scouting them? Yeah. I like Benny. I like Rashawn Benny. He's a Michigan defensive tackle this year.
Benny and the Jets.
Remember
that?
Yeah. Y'all think Dak and the offense will put up around the same numbers as last year? Absolutely. They'll get us to the 50-yard line of every single game, and we have to hope that Aubrey can still kick 70-yard field goals, because Will McClay comes from Arena League, and I believe the Arena League is 50 yards. So Dallas is the only team in the world that we need a $500 million quarterback, $200 million wide receivers to get to the 50-yard line to kick a 65-yard field goal.
Yeah, that's the problem there, bro.
He's a crutch. But now Cooper on that team, but still it's going to be the Lamb and the Cooper show, because Pickens. But you see, that's what Dallas wants, because every day of training camp, he is a tough kid, Mikhail Kamari. I mean, his stats don't show it. On the shorter side, tough kid, you can get late, but tough kid versus the run, blue collar.
Yeah, I was wondering about him. Yeah, it's an interesting discussion on Anthony Lucas.
If we're going to a 5-4 and he's there at that point, just like I said, we've done Josh on Bonham. I take Anthony Lucas in a heartbeat. I mean, come on, let's be honest. If Parcells was on this team and we had to pick a 5-tech and Anthony Lucas is on the board, when we were going, Chris Canty, 6'7", over 300 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
He only lasted to the 4th round because he took a champagne bottle across the face in college, and he had to wear like a hockey mask as a face mask. That's the only reason Chris Canty lasted to round 4.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, he
sucked with us, and then he went to the Giants and looked great. You know.
I like that pick here, 3rd round, Anthony Lucas.
And who was
4-5 that 3-4?
Who was the other LSU 5-tech we drafted? I'm just drawing a blank. He's always on Dallas TV.
Oh, Marcus Spears.
Marcus Spears had to be at least 6'4", 300 at least. Then they got lucky. I mean, let's be honest. Jay Ratliff in round 7, who's a monster. I heard a story one time. They said Jay Ratliff and Mark Colombo got into it really good. I don't know what happened, but I'm just saying that's what I heard.
PFF graded us B. These grades are stupid though. Like I don't know grades.
I mean, listen, I think Lucas in round, was that round 2 or round 3?
Round 3.
That's crazy rich. You could get him day 3 all day long. But then you got David Easton from Minnesota, same size. That's what I'm saying. Excuse me. If you're serious about going through a 3-4, they're gonna draft 2 linebackers in round 1 because there's plenty of big defensive tackles on day 3. What do you want? How many more do you want? They're there. So maybe that's why they're bringing in some of the smaller guys I don't know. I mean, it just seems the way the Cowboys draft, there's no rhyme or reason. Well, remember that one year, it was like we had an entire draft of special teamers. It was like, are you serious?
Yeah, I think that was like, we've had a couple of terrible ones. 2009 was definitely one of those. And
it was all special teamers. Like,
yeah. Yeah, but I remember, you remember that one draft where they actually tried to address the secondary? They took like Xavier, I think that was Jordan Lewis too, wasn't it? It was
Jordan Lewis,
Xavier Woods, Cheeto.
How about Awuzie?
Yeah. They I mean, they tried. They definitely will try. So I think this draft probably will be heavy defense, barring someone staring them in the face on offense, like the Amar Cooper. You know what I mean?
The only bad part I don't like, because I have a million things going on through my head. Let's say we take Cooper. Let's say anyone looking to call us now, day 2 for Pickens. I think if we took Cooper Thursday night, I think anyone calling us for Pickens, the compensation is going to be a lot lower. Does that make any sense?
Yeah. No, it'll definitely be. If we take Cooper, people are going to be calling. They're going to line up and call.
So, we'll give you 3 for him.
Yeah, we'll give you. But they're going to at least have to take a 2.
Absolutely.
But knowing Dallas, bro, they might even take a 3, bro. Like these guys, maybe they're just ready to be done with it. So who knows, you know?
The $1 million question is, how much is Shotty gonna cry though when Pickens leaves? You know, like
It's got to be something that has already been discussed. Like it's got to be something that's already been like premeditated. Like, hey, this is where we're gonna go, and this is probably gonna cause the domino to fall as far as somebody calling for Pickens. You know what I mean?
I got one for you. How about Pickens to San Fran?
Yeah. You give, and that could be part of that deal, right? As far as like, well, we ripped you off, we ripped them off with the Osa trade.
Which doesn't make sense. Which doesn't make sense.
We ripped them off, so maybe they call and say, hey, we'll for Pickens, and we'll give you our second, and then that's it. We're not giving you anything more, or something like that. You know what I mean?
And then straight collusion. I mean, because they need an offense. They need offense. They need a left tackle. They're looking to trade Trent Williams. He can't last forever. He's got to be like 37, 38 at this point. But
forever, yeah.
As crazy as that sounds, I would take him over Tyler Guyton in a heartbeat.
I would too, bro. You know, he would remind me of that one year when we took that Philly dude who was like
Jason Peters. Jason Peters,
bro. But I think he would still have more gas in the tank than Peters did.
He would have more gas in the tank, and anytime someone on the other team got out of line, he'd be the first one knocking the person out. Yo, I'm sorry. Trent Williams, I got respect for him because he could have played 30 years ago. He was one. When you say certain guys could play 30, 40 years ago, Trent Williams could have played 30, 40 years ago.
He's that type of lineman that you need, man. Like I don't know. I like these kinds of guys that are nasty, bro. Like it cause all kinds of issues. Like I liked that one dude. I think it was a guard. And man, he was just a nasty guard. He played for Buffalo for a little bit.
Buffalo. Not Incognito. Incognito?
Yeah, Incognito. Yeah.
They were talking about him the other day during the C word year when they were doing they had Zoom meetings. He was in his garage naked, drinking beer on the computer. Yeah. And Gruden just said, yo, that's crazy. That's crazy, Richie. And he was a left tackle at Nebraska. But I tell people it's football. And then that whole bullying stuff. Yo, first of all, Pouncey he was loved in Miami. And then the whole bullying thing turned out to be bullshit. It turns out to be bullshit. He bullied a 6'7", 330-pound Stanford offensive tackle.
Yeah, and he was a total bust, bro. Remember that dude?
Bust. You're 6'7", 330. You've never had a fight?
That was the year where all this man, that was like the year of all.
That's like when cancel culture started.
That's when it happened. Yeah.
Richie was, like I said, he was a left tackle at Nebraska. Not athletic, but he made up for his lack of athleticism with just being nasty, mean, and crazy. And when the Pounceys love you, and he played, he got suspended for like a year or two for no reason. I used to work with a guy that looked like him, but he was the nicest guy in the world, so we used to mess with him. We took a picture of Richie Cognito, put it in a frame, and put it on his desk just to play around, man. Like, oh man, you're a bully. I liked Richie a lot, though, man. You need those guys.
Early NFC East prediction before we get this next draft going. Let's give GMG 254 our early NFC East prediction. I'm gonna say Dallas is gonna win the division this year.
Wow.
But here's a caveat: we have to nail this draft defensively. Yeah. If they crap the bed, then no, definitely not.
Is it possible if Sam Darnold can win a Super Bowl? Anything is possible. And if we know, but that's why the fan base might not like it. This has to be an 80% defensive draft. besides maybe an offensive lineman, because we're losing Hoffman. They're keeping Bass. Who's the swing tackle? I mean, it's so. But hope for no injuries, and if you nailed every single pick on defense, 1,000%, I can admit it. Dallas could win the division because then if the offensive line stays healthy, if Javonte Williams injuries don't come back, but still, listen, until I see Blue and Maffa play, to me, it's still out on them. We don't, because I personally don't trust anything that comes out.
I don't either, bro. And really, training camp has become that. It's hype. It's all bullcrap reports, bro. Like it's all just for the looks, the views. Training camp doesn't mean anything anymore, bro. It's trash, man.
It's like a flea market training camp. It is. It's like a flea market / carnival on acid. It's a joke. And honestly, I could see in Scotty Tuhati's mind, Schottenheimer's mind, okay, I gotta make someone a victim. I gotta put my foot on somebody.
Yeah.
Could it have been Blue? I mean, I'm not saying Blue was a 2,000-yard rusher, but combined he had 1,500 yards between rushing and passing, between rushing and receiving. And my grade on him was third down, change of pace back. But what were they doing with him in preseason? Running him right up to one. I go by my error was 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. That's my error. It wasn't numbers. It wasn't letters. It was numbers. What they do with him in the preseason? They were running him right up to 1 and 2 hole, like they thought he was Tony Pollard, part 2, 2.0.
Oh yeah. He's not Pollard.
No, but like that's the kind of guy you want to get out in space or get him, toss him the ball.
Yeah, exactly. You got to give him a toss or even a screen, right? So it's like, yeah, he definitely. I hated that comparison where like, oh, he's going to be the next Pollard, and he didn't look faster than Pollard. I mean, Pollard hit the Jets, and he was gone, bro. You saw Blue getting caught from behind the crap. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe he wasn't conditioned or who knows.
Listen, and I'm not like, both Blue and Maffa, I had probably 15 running backs ranked higher. So it's not like, oh, they were my best number one. No, not even close. I think Blue was like 17. Maffa was like 27, 26.
There's just something about the Texas running backs too, bro. It's like, I mean, they're very hit and miss, man. Like you're either gonna get a Jamal Charles or you're gonna get a bust. You know what I mean? I mean, you're not gonna get. I mean, Bijan Robinson might be the closest thing to a Ricky Williams talent. You know what I mean? But other than that, bro, like.
But you know what the problem is too? Like I think a lot of the running backs are subjective because a lot of times they go to the most hard. Okay, Bijan Robinson, he was a top 10 pick. Has he turned Atlanta around? No. Austin Gentry, every Dallas fan in the world, all they wanted was Austin Gentry. That's it. Him and T-Mac. That's all they knew. That's all they wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what did Austin Gentry, what did I say? Austin Gentry can't pass block. When there was a linebacker blitzing, this is what Austin Gentry did. Gino, run. He didn't even attempt to block.
Yeah.
Do something. Chop the guy. And you're allowed to, as long as no one else is engaged to him. Take his knee out. Take his ankles out. So now, what are they going to do? Raiders is going to take Mendoza, number 1, and he's going to get killed again But
They're probably gonna end up taking another running back, like a straight up like a pass blocking running back for those type of situations.
then, if that's the case, Gentry was. Listen, if you would have put Gentry on a team with a much, much better offensive line, would he have done better? Yes. Would Bijan done better? Yes. But a lot of time those guys don't get on those teams. I'm sorry. I'm just like those generation. That word generational gets used every single draft.
I know.
Oh,
I can't
that's
stand
the
it, bro.
next Warren Sapp. He's, you know how many times everyone is saying, yo, every Cowboy fan there is saying Caleb Downs is generational
It's terrible, bro.
and should be the 3rd overall pick in the draft. Since I was a kid, oh, that's the next Bruce Smith. That's the next Lawrence Taylor. That's the next Warren Sapp. That's the next Troy Aikman. That's the next him. It's every draft we hear it from the same guys.
Oh yeah.
And it's amazing. Michael Parsons was generational in Dallas, a product of the Dallas hype machine. But the second he got shot off to Green Bay, all that generational stuff got real quiet.
Green Bay. Yeah, I think Green Bay is gonna have a bad season, bro.
Oh, we got we got to hope for it.
I see Parsons already bringing back the podcast. It's gonna be Distraction City. I love it, bro. I don't think they're gonna do good this year, and that division's tough, man. They might be the weakest in that division, man.
I think the Lions will have a bounce back year.
Yeah,
I still think Chicago's going to do good.
Yeah, they'll be
the
better.
Wild card is Minnesota with McCarthy and the midget.
They should have just brought back Kirk Cousins, man, and just let him run that offense. They would have like a Sam Darnold-esque type of season, just a bus driver. You know what I mean? An adequate bus driver.
I don't know if it was one of the bowl games or if it was the season. I don't know, but I saw. Now he's still active, Kirk Cousins.
Yeah,
and he was on the sideline announcing. I'm like, whoa, what is it already? Like they're pushing him in that direction, or he's going to do both. He's going to play and do sideline commentary. Like it was a college bowl game. I'm like, what's going on here? I thought I was.
Yeah, they're going to try to put him in that. I would love for him to replace. You know I can't stand, bro.
Joe Buck. I hate him.
Well, him too, but
I just want
the Carolina Panther tight end. What's his name? I can't stand when he calls our game.
Oh, he's from Jersey. Actually, he played for Wayne, man. Part of this. Look up 7th Floor rap video from Miami. Greg Olson.
Played
for Wayne Valley. His dad was it's a good program.
No, he was a great tight end. I thought he was a really good tight end, but in the booth, man, he really doesn't hide his bias against the Cowboys. I can't stand that fool.
Look up for all the guys in the chat. Look up 7th Floor Crew rap video and he's in it. It's a pretty funny. He was a good tight end, but yeah, But look, Romo kills us. Romo bashes us.
Oh, he has a pretty good reason for it. Here's my official NFC East prediction. I'm gonna say Dallas, Giants, Eagles, Washington.
I'm gonna go with, just because I have no faith in Dallas hitting on every pick. Okay, if Dallas hits, if Dallas nails every defensive pick, it's possible. I'm gonna go with the Eagles because they have, number one, they're gonna trade Brown, and that's gonna add. So they're gonna trade Brown for either a player or they have 15 draft picks.
The Eagles are going to wheel and deal up and down, sideways, left. They got a third-round pick for Hassan Reddick, who played 1 or 2 games for the Jets.
That's crazy.
So I'm going to go with the Eagles. I think the Eagles will have a bounce-back year. I think the Eagles are definitely going to take one of the Penn State running backs. I think they're going to look to phase out, as crazy as that sounds. I think Barkley is slowing down on his way out. I'm not sure if San Diego Chargers cut him yet, but the year the Eagles won the Super Bowl, they did it with 6'7", 380-pound Mekhi Becton playing right guard. And then Dago gave him a crazy 2-year, $40 million deal, missed games and stuff. So he's going to go right back to Philly, go right next to right. They're going to put him at right guard next to Lane Johnson. So I'm going to go Philly. I'm going to say, I'm not a Washington fan. I'm not a Quinn fan. But they got destroyed by injuries last year. Oh, man.
No, but I think that's Jaden Daniels. I think he's too. His frame is too small for the NFL.
So then I'm going with Eagles 1, Giants 2, Redskins 3, and Dallas, unfortunately, 4. Because they gave Harbaugh, and I'm not comparing Harbaugh to a Landry or nothing like that. But he's head and shoulders the best head coach in the East. And they gave him the keys. They gave him a 5-year, $100 million deal, and he doesn't answer to anyone.
Yeah, he's got to perform immediately out the gate.
They just, in my opinion, they take Malaga at 5. They go offensive line at 5, in my opinion.
Yeah, they've been trying to repair that O-line for a while. All right, Dan, let's go ahead and get this NFL mock draft database mock a try here. I've used it before.
It's a good one.
And we'll give this one a go. We'll go 7 rounds on this one. And we'll see what players we want to come up with on this scenario. So let's go ahead and get this. Let me see. We'll make sure did we select Dallas? I think we did. Let's go ahead and start. Okay, here we go. They want to give us their 3rd, 4th. Oh, they don't want to. Okay, they just want to give us late round picks and not even their first rounder. No way.
That simulator is. Don't even bother with it. You'll see a team offering you their entire draft for one player. It doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, 6 rounders.
Yeah. Or
well, they give us a 2027 first rounder, but that's not gonna be good for this.
Exactly. It's crazy.
29. So that's not enough. See, disregarding these 2027 picks, 29 and the 4th rounder, just this for this year, that's not worth it.
That's not. They get laughed at.
Rejected. All right, we're on the board here. Let's see. Ruben Bain is there, bro. Carnell Tate is there. All right. Interesting. This is. I like this already. It's way different. Different guys are available here. Meza Old, he's there. Avian Terrell, Peter Griffin Woods is there. Omar Cooper.
I love Avian Terrell, Clemson. I love him.
Lots of names here. Would you take him at 12 or 20?
20. He'll be on the board at 20.
Let's see if he gets there. In the meantime, Ruben Bain just staring at us right in the face here. Do we want to go Bain right here or even Tate?
You can flip a coin. I compare and I don't like doing flashy comps, but I compare Bain to Brandon Graham. He played. He's still, I think, on. Well, he played for Philly last year, but he played a decade. Ironically, he went to the college that all the Cowboy fans hate, Michigan. But Brandon Graham has been in the league a decade, and he lines up in that like wide tech. He like that 4-point stance, crazy wide, crazy low. I don't have a I don't have a problem with Bain or Cornell Tate.
Let's go Bain. Let's go Bain.
Cornell Tate is my number one wide receiver, but I don't have a problem with Bain.
Yeah, mine too.
Oh.
Let's go Bain here.
And there's going to be a team that takes Monroe Freeland in round 1. And I just think he's like 3 years away.
We're back on the clock here. Let's see if Terrell is there, bro. Let's see. Maybe we can get that cornerback. He's there, dude.
Told you.
Let's get him, man. Let's get Evian Terrell here at 20.
In a heartbeat.
I mean, right off the bat, man, this draft is already awesome.
Right off the bat. I mean,
now, so let's say we take him, right? Where are you putting him? On the outside, or you put him in that nickel?
I think it all depends on what Sharon Revelle shows up. Am I right or wrong?
That's hilarious, bro. It does, because he has to. He's got to show up, bro.
I mean, you think he's a tough kid. His name is Sharon, so you know he got screwed with as a kid. So you know he's had. You know, it's like, what is that? The old Johnny Cash song, "A Boy Named Sue." You know, like so. Come on, you know, kindergarten, he got picked on, so you know he got into a lot of fights. So he should be tough. But if his knee is Linguini from Dr. You know, yo, for the guys in this chat, check out the crazy doctor from the Cannonball Run. That's the Dallas Cowboys surgeon, allegedly.
Dude, the one that I compare him to is Dr. Giggles. You remember that movie?
That's a horror movie, man.
Yeah, that's
That's a horror movie.
That's how it reminds me of it. So we're on so we're at our third round pick, 92.
We got Bain.
We got Evian Terrell so far.
Got a double dip. Got to see linebacker. What linebacker is on the board? Linebacker or safety?
Here's what we have so far: Bain and Terrell, and we're about to get our third rounder here. So let's see, who do we want to look at, Danny?
I would say linebacker or safety.
Yeah, linebacker. Let's look at linebacker. Kyle Lewis, Betcher, Elliott, Elam Zor, Aiden Fisher.
I love Fisher. I just wish he was bigger.
What's your thoughts on Justin Jefferson? I feel like not many people are talking about him. Alabama. Is he just one of these other Alabama linebackers, 50-50, hit or miss type of dudes? Or what's your thought on Justin Jefferson?
The way I broke him down the other day was he's solid everywhere, but he's great at nothing. And then he started off there as a special teamer, progressed upwards. But then I also think the 2025 season, Alabama's defensive line got decimated with injuries, so that held him back a little bit, but he's nice size. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not going to shit on the kid because, listen, I'm sorry. There's no such thing as a great middle linebacker that doesn't have good defensive tackles in front of you. They don't exist.
Oh, yeah. You got to have it.
They don't exist. Do I think he'd be a little bit rich in the round 3? Yeah. With who I'm seeing. Kyle Lewis is a highlight film. The problem is he's like Deuce Vaughn, the size of Deuce Vaughn.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to take a kid like him, but now we need such big monsters. He's on my safety list. No, I couldn't do it. I couldn't look at myself in the mirror. Linebacker, New York. Nah.
So that's what's available so far. Let's look at should we take a look at
Edge or DT? Edge or DT?
Anthony Wiggins, Ken Curry, Vincent Anthony Jr.,
I'd be doing backflips.
Max Llewellyn.
Great size, love him. Iowa. Trey Moore, I do like him. He did not have a great 2025. I do love Nadami Tucker, older, 26.
26?
26.
Yeah, dude, you might as well go ahead and be ready to retire.
And yo, you'd be surprised how many Dallas guys want him. Great, played in the MAC, very productive. I just don't think he has a lot of bend. The other kid, the Wisconsin kid, I like him. He blew up. I think it was at the East-West Shrine game.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like a round 7 undrafted free agent guy in my world.
Yeah, I like him too.
So we're at edges or DTs? Yeah, we're at the edge. We're
looking at edge here. Cornerbacks.
How about D tackles?
Kamari Ramsey. Is he a guy we're not talking enough about?
No, I don't think in my world, Kamari Ramsey doesn't get out of round 1. I don't see it. He's a monster.
Yeah, he's there still.
In round what, 3?
Yeah, we're in round 3.
I would if Kamari Ramsey was on the board in round 3, I'm running.
Yeah.
Running.
Let's see.
And I even love their other safety, Bishop Fitzgerald.
Mm-hmm.
I love them, but I just
we got our corner, we got our rusher. What do we want to go with this one here?
Ramsey can bowl. Kamari Ramsey can bowl. If he does get out of round 1, I don't think he gets past 15 picks in round 2. Too good.
That's your best safety right now, man. He's staring at us, right? So I think we got to go Ramsey here. I don't think we've taken him yet in any of our other drafts.
No, who's the next kid on the board? Genesis Smith?
Yeah, Genesis Smith.
He has great size, but he's more of a, how can I phrase this? Great size, he's not going to take your head off. A true, like if there was like an old school free safety, that's how I would.
They got Kendall Daniels as a safety here. Oh, he would be terrible, man. He is like not a good prospect.
The Nebraska kid, Singleton, he's a tough kid, but he's late. He's a late pick.
Yeah, Deshaun. All right,
he's safe.
Let's go. Kamari Ramsey here. Let's make it happen.
Oh, I'm telling you, I would do backflips for Kamari Ramsey.
Shout out to everybody who's hanging out with us here late night Saturday night antics, man. We've gone through 3 different players. This shit's just
jumping in the chat. Great name. 0250 hours. Great name. Glad you're in the chat. Everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Azteca, GMG. Amazing Creations was in there earlier.
We are now at our 4th round pick at, where is that, 112? Yeah, 112. We're in the 4th round here, Danny.
Just as a group. Well, who we take? We took Kamari Ramsey.
Bain was there, and we got Terrell. I think we got Terrell as a good steal there.
That's a monster draft right there.
Kamari Ramsey, 4th round. Let's take a look and see what we got at linebacker.
Either linebacker or D line again.
Yeah, linebacker or D line. Let's take a look. Lore there.
I do like Lore.
Aiden Fisher.
I said, I love Aiden Fisher. I just think you can get him later, but someone's gonna get a steal for him.
4th round, Jack Kelly.
Jack Kelly, BYU, love him. Landon Barton, Utah.
Dude, it would be interesting if Schottenheimer could find a way to get him the ball as a tight end because he's done that with that.
He's done, yeah. He
Yeah,
played linebacker plus tight ends. Yeah. I don't think we've taken him yet. I don't think we've taken Murdoch yet. I don't got a problem. Landon Barton, 6'4", 240. I mean, he's right off the bat, he's our biggest linebacker. And he's going to play inside.
Kind of gives you a little bit of that LVE presence.
A little bit on the older side. He's not no young 19-year-old. I'm shocked he came back actually in 2025. I had him coming out last year.
Man, Red Murdoch kind of feels like a Christian Parker type of pick.
Love him. Love him.
6'2",
240.
Do you like him here in the fourth?
Well, the last one we did, we said we can get him a little bit later. Listen, we're at the mercy of we have no linebackers. I'm telling you, he's 6'2", 240. He's a beast.
I like him, man.
I got no problem.
Cisco
he brings a physical presence.
Yeah,
and
like
he is. Am I saying he's going to be a third down linebacker on the field? You know what I'm trying to say, covering running backs. Is that his specialty? No. His specialty is a run stuffer and being a sideline to sideline linebacker. And he plays with bad intentions. He could have came out last year. I broke him down last year. I thought his partner came out, Sean Dolak. I thought he was coming out, but he went back. I guess they offered him something, or maybe his girlfriend's still there. I don't know.
We're in the 5th round here, Danny. We got all defense so far. Bain, Terrell, Ramsey, Murdoch. Defense is looking good, bro. Let's see. We're in the 5th round now.
We can play around with running back, offensive tackle, even guard. Not really. We don't need a guard. We can play around with a running back, center, offensive tackle.
I like Singleton, man. I like even Katron Allen there.
Yeah, but no, what? We're in round 5?
Yeah. Round 5.
I don't. Those no way they're getting to round 5.
Yeah,
and I'll bet money Philadelphia drafts one of them. Hometown favorite,
Junior. What are you saying? Let's look at offensive tackle Markel Bell.
I like him. He needs to get stronger. If he does play left tackle, we took Zune earlier. I like. See, there's a load of right tackles. I think Trey Zune was a better left tackle than Markel Bell. He played high level. I mean, I just think Markel Bell has to get stronger.
Yeah, I think he's
lower.
Yeah, you're right, man. Definitely got to get stronger. He's a
big.
He
will get drafted, but in my opinion, I think he's late day 3. I think. We did Cape Hart already. We haven't done Keenan. Keenan is just, like I said, he's 6'1", 350. Legit. And that's probably on a diet. He's a monster run stuffer. Very underrated. Very underrated.
Yeah,
had some injury issues.
350. They're not going to move him.
No, and he plays low. He just had some injury. That's what I'm saying about Jefferson before, the linebacker. You know, they had Tim Smith was a beast, but it was just, I don't know, man. It was a weird year last year for Alabama. It seemed like a lot of times they were just like going through the motions.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, Alabama didn't have I don't know how they snuck in there, though, but they did.
You know who's a kid I love late as a tight end is Oscar Delp out of Georgia.
He's a kid I like a lot.
Oh, he's a great run blocker.
Unreal. Too good of a run blocker. They didn't throw him enough.
Bro.
He didn't throw him enough. Eli Reardon, I jump on him.
Oh yeah, Eli Reardon. Yeah, what I like about with Dell, I could see the Cowboys taking him too, man. Just based on, or undrafted anyway.
I don't know if it's true, but I've heard Dallas has interest in Ole Miss's tight end. Small kid, 6'3". He's in there, but it's Ole Miss's tight end. I've heard. I can't confirm it.
Daquan Wright?
Yep. He's like 6'3", 240.
Interesting.
But that's what Eli Stowers is.
Yeah.
What do you? That's what triggers, in my opinion, Kenyon Sadiq. If anyone thinks Kenyon Sadiq measured out exactly at 6'4", no. No, I mean,
yeah. Let's see.
That's a sick draft.
I think we need to look at edge again. Let's see. Let's look at edge. Anthony Jr. I think he would be a good outside linebacker. Vincent Anthony Jr.
He has the size. He just needs to put a little bit more weight on. I love him. I like Lelewin. Nadami Tucker said he's 26. The Wisconsin kid is way too early. Is Malachi Lawrence on the board or no? Supposedly they have a lot of interest in him.
No, he's gone. Yeah, I think he went like second round or something. Trying to see what other 30 visit guys are in here. Third round guys. Malik Muhammad. I think he's already gone. We already took him, right? I like Jaden Kennedy in the 5th. Yeah.
The only problem with Tim Keenan is he's like a bigger version of Williams and Kenny Clark. He's like that short, just giant. He's not that 6'5", 330-pound guy. That's the only problem with him. I like J.C. Davis. I like Wagner out of Notre Dame. I think Philly Philomoa, they will try. His calves are ridiculous. His calves look like cantaloupes. Straight big biceps. Goon, almost 11-inch hands.
Well, Nolan Rucci. Was he any good?
The Duke of Earl blew him up. During the East-West Shrine Bowl, I wanted to tweet to him and ask him, how much did the family pay you? He almost lost his job this past year at Penn State.
Yeah.
I'm going off the top of my head. I could be wrong. So there's 1,000 names in my head. I think he was a Wisconsin transfer. I could be wrong. Or the kid he almost lost his job to. But he does have great size. He's 6'8", 320. If the Duke of Earl's working with him, you could do worse. But I got much, much higher rated right tackles.
Yeah, I don't think we'd go there. Let's see the running back here. Singleton, Claiborne.
I like Claiborne. Claiborne's legit.
Let's talk about Claiborne, Danny.
Legit.
Tell me about what is your like here? Fit for the Cowboys?
All right. He's, like I said, he has to be used in a rotation. He's not Derrick Henry, bell cow kind of back, but 5'9", 5'10", ball, runs like it, runs bigger than his size.
needs to be used in a rotation, but I like him a lot. I like him a lot.
A very good profile there. And it
I
doesn't.
like Desmond Claiborne. I even like Jonah Coleman from Washington. I like him.
I like this Damon Claiborne though, man. He doesn't turn the ball over.
No. That's what I loved too about Katron Allen. In 4 years, 0 fumbles.
Mm-hmm. I
Who
wouldn't
else?
need that because that was one thing about Blue, fumbling and bumbling.
Katron Allen, you're going to get absolutely nothing from the passing game from him. He ain't catching any passes. But what he's going to do is wear down that defense, and if someone tries to blitz, he's gonna lay them on their ass. I like him. I like him a lot. I just don't want. I just like both Penn State running backs, and I don't want to see neither of them go to Philadelphia Eagles.
I bet you that. I bet one of them goes. I have a suspicion that one of them's going to go there, bro.
Guarantee it. I guarantee it. One of them's going to go because the Philly fans are all going to go nuts. They're all going to drink an extra case of beer for the games. Oh, we got Katron Allen. We got Singleton. I'll bet money they get one of them. They got 15 draft picks minus whatever they're getting for Brown.
Mm.
Yet so we have to scrounge for picks.
We got the running back into the mix there. I think he would be a good fit rotational with Javonte.
Who's that?
Damone Claiborne.
Absolutely. He's a rotational. Then I just wonder.
There's Tim Keenan still there.
I like we haven't taken him yet. 6'1". He's listed like 345. Nah, bro. He played 350. He played at 350, 100%. Just a big goon run stuffer. But he's a bigger version of Quinnen Williams.
Mm-hmm.
He's not that 6'5", 320 pounder, 330 pounder. But if you wanted a zero tech, you could do a lot worse at this position. Eric Neal, Rutgers, a lot of blue collar player. He is getting a lot of love.
At Rutgers, Eric O'Neal. Is fifth too rich for him?
No, I don't think it's too rich. But I wouldn't go. I wouldn't take him at first. I wouldn't take him. I just think we need more beef inside.
This Kelly kid's a 30 visit, but he's more of an undrafted kind of guy, I think.
But let me ask you an honest question. Why would you bring undrafted guys in for 30 visits? I mean, for 30 visits. Why wouldn't you just have the scouts meet, have your scouts fly to him? You know that happens.
Yeah, it's a good question. The other thing about it, too, is maybe they don't want to show their cards, and maybe they're really looking at Malachi Lawrence, and they're just bringing this kid in for a deeper dive on him.
I heard they are interested in him a lot.
On Lawrence?
Yeah. Malachi, Children of the Corn.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that could be it. I mean, it's kind of a stupid way to, try to be sneaky about it, but you never know, man. There's a little bit of strategy to this shit, So
remember the time Jerry showed the draft board?
Yeah.
They were like, put it down. He's like, oh, sorry, I just shit myself. He's like, oh, yeah.
That was the year they drafted Mozzie. I remember that. I was like who else?
He was like, look at he's on a blitz the ball. And they were like, put it down, Dad. Someone screenshotted that and blew it up. Within 20 seconds. It had to be.
Stevens still there in the 5th, bro.
Who is?
Bo Stevens.
I'm telling you, he's my guard too. beast.
It's like he would have to be like on there. To me, Bo Stevens would be like that blinking light that Garrett talked about that one time when we took McGovern.
McGovern, we had a round 2 grade on him, and we took him round 3.
Bo Stevens in the 5th? Is that even realistic?
I don't think so.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, who might just pretend that he's not there?
He's my 2 guard, and
they might throw a receiver into the mix here with one of these 5ths. They like to do that.
Yeah, they do. 1,000% they do. 1,000%. You figure is Jalen Tolbert gone? Is he still on the team? I don't even know.
He's gone.
Yeah, but he might be a retread unless he got signed.
Yeah, he's gone. He's signed with, I think, might have been the Panthers or somewhere like that.
They seem to they seem to want to sign all our rejects.
Jeff Caldwell, Cyrus Allen,
Kevin
Coleman.
Who else we got on? Keep going.
Reggie Virgil, Eric McAllister, TCU. CJ Daniels, he's like a tiny slot guy, right?
He's a tiny, fast guy from the U.
Mm-hmm.
He's a speedster. He definitely is a speedster. Heidenreich is weird.
Heidenreich. What about this guy?
There was a wrestler in WWE at one time, Heidenreich. They tried making him one part of the Road Warriors, Heidenreich. I was like a high-ranking German general.
I like Chase Roberts.
Yeah.
I like him a lot, man. I don't know if he would be one I would take a flyer on in the 5th, 6th, or 7th round, like a day 3 guy for sure.
They always do. They always throw a late round pick at a wide receiver. But CJ Daniels,
he could possibly be the replacement for that little turpentine down, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
who's the short guy that we got a couple of years ago that he was the most traded wide receiver in the history of the NFL?
Oh, Brandon Cooks, that little weirdo hitting on.
Have you seen the pictures he's been posting lately? Have you seen?
Yeah, Brandon Cooks he's weird, man.
He's been posting these whack out pics on, I don't know if it's Instagram or Twitter, but I would compare CJ Daniels to him. Here's my opinion on CJ Daniels. Mm-hmm. Carson Beck didn't have the arm to get him the ball deep. Mm-hmm. I'm being serious.
He had a good game against Notre Dame, though. That's how I remember the name.
He can fly.
He
I guarantee you. What round are we in?
We're in the fifth round.
You know, Michael Irvin is going to give you the seal. He's going to say, yo, kid got heart, kid could fly. They just had a quarterback that's played for 99 years that didn't have the cannon to get him the ball. But in the same token, Dak doesn't have that cannon either to get him the ball.
Is he better than – so here's the other thing, too. Is he better than Trayshawn Holden?
I would say Trayshawn Holden. I would say, yeah. Know who's going to be a popular pick? A popular Virgil. A lot of people are going to want Virgil. Reggie Virgil from Texas Tech.
Mm-hmm.
Speedster. He seems to be getting caught. How can I phrase this? He seems to be getting caught in the mix of all the other Texas Tech players that everyone's going for. Mm-hmm. Yet, he's a wide receiver.
but I would go with. I think I would go CJ Daniels.
Yeah,
I just think Carson Beck, he
yeah.
had that. He had the elbow surgery a couple of years ago.
Still CJ Daniels there. So we haven't taken him in any of our
No, we
picks.
haven't done him yet. And I also think so. We could use him two ways. We could use him as a deep threat and as a special teamer. Kick turpentine off. I don't even know. Does he need glasses or does he need LASIX? Because he just has no vision. It's like he purposely he's running for a touchdown. No, he just runs into a player on purpose. Aztec, I agree with you 1,000%. I think Landon Barton is underrated. Nice size. Like I said, he's 6'4", 240. Definitely would, compared to what we have at running back, at linebacker, he would help, and he plays a little tight end.
We're back on the clock, so that we're right back at it. A few picks later.
How's the offensive tackle? We haven't taken an O tackle yet, right?
Yeah, let's look at O tackle here.
It's most likely gonna be a right guy.
Diego Pounds.
We took him.
Took him already. Jason.
I do like JC Davis. I do.
Wagner, bro.
That would be a steal.
Emil Wagner in the 5th. Gosh, that sounds crazy, but
yeah, it does. 1,000%.
I mean, if he's there, man.
I know for the offensive tackles that were at the combine, he had the longest arms.
Yeah, he had a solid combine too. People that didn't know anything about him after that scouting combine, they had to know. Very athletic player, tested well.
Big hands.
The 5th, but man, I'd add him in here, bro. Blocked.
He's in my top 10.
Protected CJ Carr. Really good at sealing those freaking edges and letting Love and Jadarian go to work, bro. So
right now,
take him here. Emil Wagner. Let's take him.
Absolutely. So,
Saturday night antics, bro. Azteca Aguilar's got a question here, Danny. What do you think of Florida edge rusher Tyreek Sapp?
Doesn't have the greatest size, but Florida had a really bad year. But late day three.
We're here with the 7th and final pick of this mock draft.
I have Emil Wagner as my 6th rated.
That's not bad, bro.
He's my 6th rated offensive tackle.
That'd be wild if he was there at 5th, but he was, so we took him, man.
I did my edges, but I haven't done all of them.
Jalen Husky.
Malachi Lawrence, I have as my 9th rated edge. I got Sutton at 6 as my edge. Vincent Anthony, I have 7. Caden Curry, he's my 14th ranked edge.
DJ Campbell is another one that wasn't that strong. I think he did like 17 reps, I think.
Okay, you say that though. That's the Texas right guard.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, okay.
Was he Connor Williams 2.0?
No, he's 6'3". He's like 6'3", 330. He has, for people that watch Texas ball, he started the last 3 seasons.
Yeah, I'm like, why is he still available here? I'm like looking, I'm like, damn. The heck? Leonard Barton still available here, linebacker. Heineke.
Heinrich.
Luke Baltimore, Kendrick Law, Eric Rivers, Roman Hemby.
I like Roman Hemby, but he's round 7 to me. He's around 7. Just want to see real quick.
Mm.
That's if I could do that.
Thought Matthew Hibner had a pretty good combine for SMU. I wonder if he's going to be a Dallas Day visit.
The crazy thing about him is Russell Maryland's son, RJ Maryland, went off, and I'm going to say 22 and 23 at SMU at tight end.
Yeah, he should be
available. Hebner showed up, and he cooled down real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And he has great size. I've done I think I've done 17 or 20 tight ends. I just got tomorrow, like I said, I will do 30 centers, 30 guards. Then I just got corners, which I'll bang out Monday. And then I just got a couple of edges and couple fill-ins here and there.
Oh man, 7th round. I think you're looking at special teamers kind of guy just to round it out. So let's look at linebackers.
Linebackers, yeah, that's
Jack Kelly still there. Barton, I don't know if
I don't see Barton as a special teamer.
Jack Kelly.
The kid Gentry, I don't listen. The way the NFL cannot draft, I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't. Nothing shocks me.
I could see them taking the Scooby Williams here, though.
I liked Scooby Williams until he weighed in at 217 pounds. That's safety, but he will fit. Okay, here's the deal with him. He weighed in 217, so we just take him to Golden Corral and lock him in there for 3 weeks. He has the build to be 235.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, what's wrong with you, bro? Eat more. He lost weight. No way. I don't believe he played at 217 at Texas A&M. I don't. They're going off on Wisconsin offensive tackle, this kid Riley Malham. He started over 50 games at right tackle and left tackle. The kid is 6'8". I know he played. I watched him for years. And he weighed like 305 at the combine. And everyone's yelling at him. Well, listen, I mean, it's not hard. Eat more. Eat. He's a great swing tackle, that kid.
Mm-hmm.
People are bashing him. Eat. I'm sure Dallas doesn't charge for food, right? They feed their players for free, right?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And give me double portions. Double. It's like, what is it? Double meat, double rice, double everything. What is that? It sounds crazy. I'd rather eat Taco Bell than Chipotle.
Hey, man, those crispy tacos are something to be talked about. You know what I'm saying?
I think Chipotle's a ripoff, man.
It is, bro. It's gotten too out of hand, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, let me get a burrito. Yeah, no problem. It's $35 and there's nothing in it.
I know, man. They're like so stingy with their servings. Like, come on, man. This is all tortilla, man.
And they look at you like the food is coming out of their pay. If I was behind the counter, I'd be like, look, how many more you want? You want 2 scoops? Here's 3. Give me a tip. That's what I'd be doing.
Xavier Wongpa.
Oh, Iowa.
Out of Iowa.
Love him.
7th round.
He's about 6'2", 210. And Iowa plays their safeties crazy. How can I phrase it? If they play like a baseball, okay, I'm not a baseball guy, but like, I guess a deep center fielder, they play their safety like 25 yards off the ball, legit, 25 yards off the ball. So Iowa's safeties always have to be big, athletic, come up and stick, and be sideline to sideline. I dropped him today. He's high for me. Also, there's another kid I dropped today with a very, very similar name. I love this one. Dallas Cowboy fan. We need a quarterback one. Yeah, you're telling me. Out of SMU. His name is very, very similar. Gotta see if I can find it. And great size. Great size.
From what college was it?
SMU. He's a safety, and his nickname is kind of like Isaiah Nwanka, but it's not. Very underrated. Yo, crazy pass defense, flying. But you see, that's what happens because this safety class is crazy, crazy deep. I'm telling you, you're gonna have guys getting undrafted free agents at safety. That's gonna start. That are gonna make teams.
Yeah, it is just super deep.
It's early on. Would you have an issue with them taking Bud Clark, the old man from TCU? Would you have a problem with him or no?
I don't know. Like, I mean, I'd probably be better if I had him on a day 3. If I could get him like in the 5th, I'd be okay. But like anything higher than that, and I don't know, man.
All right, I'll tell you his name in a minute. Xavier Nwanka, he's 6'2", 215. He's my 16th ranked safety. And know who's a crazy sleeper? And he's in none of these mock drafts. And his name is Skylar Thompson, safety out of Oregon State. 6'2", 215, tackling machine like crazy.
Thomas?
Say that again?
What did you say his name was?
Skylar Thomas.
Oh, at Oregon State?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's right here. Should we take him? 7th round?
That's a steal. And the SMU kid is Isaiah Nawakumba, 6'1", 210.
Oh yeah, I see him here right there.
This is a 7th round safety, 80 tackles, 2 interceptions, and 7 passes defense. That's the SMU kid, and he's a round 7 safety. But to Skylar Thompson, no one's talking about him. Nobody. That's what I'm saying.
Well, let's talk about him here.
That's another reason why I'm not. Who do they have? That's not Keontae Scott, is it?
No.
No, because it was he came back.
We can take Skylar Thomas here, man. 7th round.
No, if Keontae Scott from Illinois is on the board, he's going back for 2026 season.
There's Miles Scott, Illinois.
And it's unless I have them confused, but you got to realize a lot of these are wrong. A lot of these drafts, a lot of these mocks have people that are coming back for 2026.
Yeah, I've noticed a couple of those have not been updated.
Unless Keontae is his brother.
Catalan. What about this dude? Oh man, I had heard
I don't know if we took him, but we definitely spoke about him. He's living off an All-American year, like in legit, like 2020, 2019 at Texas. Then, like, he got hurt and stayed at Texas for, I think, like 2 more years. Went to another college, did nothing. Went to UNLV, blew up last year. Went crazy. Then left UNLV, and I believe Missouri threw a bag at him. He's at Missouri, but yet I think that might have. They probably still have him as UNLV there. In that,
Damn, for real.
yeah. So he's 5'11", 205. He's my 17th ranked safety. You can't listen. If he's healthy, he's a great pick, but it's when he's healthy. But in round 7, that's a steal. That's around. I mean, like that's the kind of guy to me that I draft in round 7. But somebody like a team, like I'm just saying, hypothetically, a team like Philly that has 15 picks.
Mhm.
When you have that amount of picks, you can throw like question mark guys.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's the thing about it. You can throw a wide net with all that, and you'll come up with something.
All right. Yes. Yeah.
I like that profile there on Skylar Thomas. I need to watch some more on him, but I think he would be a good fit here, Danny. Based on your analysis of him, 7th round.
Yeah. So
go.
Jalen Kennewan was at Texas. Then he went off. He went off in 2024 at UNLV. And then he transferred to Missouri. But he didn't have, for his total career, Jalen Kennewan, like I said, I call him Michael Myers. You can't kill him, and I feel like I've been watching him for 6 years. 135 total tackles, 5 passes defense, 2 sacks. See, this is only going by the last 2 years. But yet, see, he should have came out last year. Last year, he had 5 interceptions at UNLV and a touchdown. This is only 2 years they're going by. He has a lot more than that.
Man, we have really covered a lot of people tonight. We really have talked about everybody from their 30 visits so far. Sonny Styles, Delane, Cooper, Keontae Scott, Josiah Trotter, we took him. Kamari Ramsey, we took him.
I love Kamari Ramsey. I think he's in my top. I'll tell you right now where I got him.
Mike, Malik Muhammad, Charles Demings, that Najee Kelly, Renee Conga.
Kamari Ramsey's my third. He's my third ranked safety.
Shoot, you might have to get him in the 2nd, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
He's my third ranked. He's my third ranked safety.
but our draft is complete, Danny.
Yeah,
This-
without a doubt. I mean,
This is nice. We had Bane fall in our lap.
Terrell,
Ramsey,
Murdoch, Claiborne.
CJ Daniels, Will Wagner. I think this was a well-balanced draft as well because we went a lot of defense early because we really needed. Sprinkled in some offense where I think honestly we need it too. Because I'm not sold on those running backs outside of Javante.
As crazy as it sounds, I think walking in the door, Wagner is an upgrade over Guyton and Steele.
Very well could be, man. Because man, I just don't trust Guyton finishing a game, dude. He gets beat and he is checked out, man.
He needs to get like a Full Metal Jacket when they put the soap in the socks and they beat on the guy.
Beat the
Yo, man, like
he needs to toughen up, bro. Like I feel like I don't know, Guyton is like one of these like new millennial type of dudes is like it's kind of soft, I guess. I don't know, man.
you know what bothers me about him? When someone completely beats him off the ball, and he knows Dak is going to get killed. When that happens, I'd rather you get a holding penalty than let the guy have a free shot to hit your quarterback's backside.
Yeah.
He won't even do. He'll just be like, "I messed up," and your quarterback's laying on the ground like this. Not that I'm sticking up for Dak at all,
'cause everybody knows how I feel about him.
But they'll show the fans. They'll take that one clip of Guyton throwing the punch at the guy and be like, "See, he's good."
Those were the same guys, though. After the Jet game, oh, look at all the improvement in Mozzie Smith. Are you kidding me, man? Come on, man. Improvement?
Mozzie Smith was just terrible from the get-go. And you know what's funny, man? Like, you call out a player, like, and these guys, they want to be like, "Oh, give him time, give him time." I'm like, they already screwed up, man. When you hear that "give him time" shit, that means that was a miss, bro. You missed on the pick. They're either good out the gate and they're contributing, or that give it time shit, no good, bro.
The best was
that's what we're seeing with Guyton already.
He was a supposed one tech. I'm sorry. Watching him in his stance looked painful. Just looked painful watching him. And then so many Dallas content creators thought Dan Quinn, and it's out there on the YouTube world, was going to turn him into Warren Sapp. And my response was, so let me get this straight. He had a half a sack in 4 years, and you think Quinn is going to turn him to Warren Sapp? Like, come on, like, are you drinking a bottle of vodka, like leaving Las Vegas before you go on live? I mean, like, that doesn't even make. That's like saying Deuce Vaughn would have been Earl Campbell. Like, that's not. You can't. Two completely different players.
People wanted Vaughn to be Darren Sproles so bad, and he couldn't even be that, you know. Like, I don't get how some fans don't understand the history of the game, bro. Like, these little bitty dudes, they just don't get it done at the end of the day, man. You size, athleticism, you know?
Like, Maurice Jones-Drew was small, but he was thick as hell.
Yeah, the muscle hamster, right? Or no, that was, what was the dude's name? From the Bucks. He was kind of similar kind of guy, right? The muscle hamster.
The muscle hamster.
Doug Martin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, I love Sean Merriman, even though he was all juiced up. Because I legit won. I was in the fantasy football playoffs, and we were we're beside the offense. We played we had IDPs, where a sack is 4 points, a tackle is 1, forced fumble 2, interception 4, recovered fumble 2, forced fumble is 2, recovered fumble 2. Long story short, I'm playing the kid in the championship. It was the Chargers versus the Raiders. First play, Sean Merriman. Like, we were going at it already. We had players playing each other. First play of the game, no joke. Sean Merriman. Sack, 4 points. Second play of the game, Sean Merriman. Sack, 8 points. Third play of the game, sack with a forced fumble, 6 points. That was 14 points right there. The kid I was playing shut the game off, man. We used to go crazy money, big fantasy. Funniest story ever. It was the championship game. I forgot who the Baltimore Ravens were playing. They had a linebacker, a Dallas Thomas, who played with the Jets too. And this kid is up by like 9 points with like 2 minutes left in the game. And he's like, he has the money spent, everything. It's on YouTube. But a Dallas Thomas had a sack, forced fumble, recovered fumble for a touchdown. So that was 6, 4, 12, 14 play, 14-point play. And we just destroyed the guy. The guy was counting his money.
Yeah, that's wild, bro.
IDPs is the way to go on defense. It makes it so much funner.
Yeah, I did one league like that with defensive players. It was fun, man. It was an interesting season. Had a lot of fun with that.
Because you can go a Monday night game down, and
There was a Monday night game one time. Who was the corner? He played for the Redskins and Atlanta. He was always having knee problems. D'Angelo
Oh,
Paul.
Paul, yeah.
But there was a Monday night game. He had like 40 points. It was ridiculous. So think about it. You're going into a Monday night game. You thinking you got it won. The guy only has a DB playing, and he pulls off a 40-point game, and you lose. It's IDP. In my opinion, IDP is the way to go. It makes it so much more interesting.
Oh, for sure, bro.
And it helps the guys that are picking 10 or 12, because if you get a monster, you get 2 monster running backs, you get 2 monster linebackers, that's the equivalent of 2 running backs, you know?
Oh,
D'Amico Ryans, beast. Know who was a crazy player in IDP? Barry Church. Barry Church was guaranteed 14 points every weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Every weekend.
Yeah, bro. It is it's interesting that all these types of fantasy games are coming out now, you know, different formats. Makes it interesting. But I think that's it tonight, guys. Hell of a mock draft Insanity 4.0. We really hit it hard. Got more names out.
It's a fun way to talk about more players and get people involved about, because the majority of people just talk about the same 2 players.
The same guys over and over. And the realistic is Cowboys, they're going to draft guys that hadn't been talked about enough. But hopefully, and I think we're doing a good job here, we're getting a lot of these names talked about here. You know what I mean? So thank you.
It's a fun way to do it. Thank you, everybody. Danny, you can find me on YouTube, Danny Savage, Draft Guru. Same thing on Twitter. Today I think 27 safeties, 30 offensive tackles. Mañana I'm doing 30 guards, 30 centers. Monday I'm wrapping it up with 30 corners, and then I just got some fill-in. And then the rest of April, we're going to just have fun with mocks, daily mocks, and sleepers. Deep dives, sleepers. Go back to HBCU.
That's a beautiful thing, man. Appreciate you, Danny. Appreciate everybody that joined us live.
Thank you.
And man, we'll see you some more during the mock season here, man. So, Danny, we'll have you back again here.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you, man. The drop of the knowledge here. And great show,
hopefully
bro.
we'll know more with the 30 visits and
yeah. I think next time around we'll have a pretty good. I think next time around we'll probably be close to the 30 names.
Do they publish the Dallas Day visits at all, or is that hush hush?
They typically they do. There's a few that sneak in that are not on there, but a lot of times where they know who the Dallas Day guys are. So we got a couple of those names, right? Like EJ Smith, Emmett's boy. He's a Dallas Day visit, and
he's a tackling dummy for camp.
There was another one. Forgot who else, but yeah, they track it. Those names kind of leak out along the way, but great show, Danny. I think that's it for tonight, and we'll catch you all for the next episode, bro. Peace out, everybody.
Peace.